You mentioned Brett Cooper leaving the Daily Wire. I covered it yesterday, and I will talk about it a little bit more today as well. She is leaving the Daily Wire, and something that's really interesting about that, I think it was Matt Lech that spoke on it. I saw it on the timeline. Someone tweeted a very interesting thing about that, where they were like, notice how left media doesn't have these like contract negotiation time dramas. Like end of the year, there's always like there's always some sort of like weird shakeups happening. Like it was Steven Crowder, it was Steven Crowder before. Interesting how media shakeups happen around this time. Yearly contracts start expiring. Remember last year, Candace Owens was feigning anti-Zionism and Crowder was taking big con the year prior. Wonder if these sorts of career concerns ever influence lefty media behavior. That was a great take, honestly, from Matt Lech. Lech or Lech? It is truly interesting that Brett Cooper is the most prominent media figure, the most prominent media personality of Daily Wire. Like, straight up. If you look at her numbers, Brett Cooper is popping off. She's been carrying the Daily Wire. And I think that you're the Brett Cooper of the left. Okay, first of all, they literally ripped my shit and restructured in a very fake format the thing that I've been doing for years, but this time in an inauthentic way. But it doesn't matter because like they still popped off. They were able to do it in a very successful way. Like I will recognize that. And yeah, switch camera angles more. Yeah, this is what I gotta do actually. Like, what's up, guys? It's like, hello, what's happening? What's going on? Hi, I'm leaving the Daily Wire. Like, I'm leaving the Daily Wire. Hello. Yeah. There you go. I did it. Cinema, that's actually sick. Yeah, don't worry. I got you. Her room looks more organized than yours. Yeah, because that's not a real room, dummy. That's a fucking set. A major journalist contacted me to ask me about Elon Musk's Diablo 4 leaderboard ranking. Yeah, I think it's fake. I'm almost certain he's paying for someone to do that. Does the Young Turk stuff count as left contract stuff? I don't know. I don't know if DYT has like the same contractual situations. Maybe. But like, this kind of stuff happens for sure. But I think for many people, it's ideology that keeps them going, right? It's like the ideological goals that keeps them going. But obviously, if you're on the right, you don't really necessarily care. There's like they're failed actors, stuff like that. Anyway, I'm gonna pee. I'll be back.
Rumors online, and the rumors are mostly true. Today, December 10th, will be my last day hosting the comment section and working for the Daily Wire. It is not true that I am being forced out. It was my own choice to leave. And believe me, this is bittersweet. I have had the most unbelievable 3 years helping to craft the show, building this community, and telling stories and sharing the truth every day. Through the comment section, you all have made me braver, more articulate, more thoughtful, more hopeful than I could have ever imagined. And I'm grateful that we spent this time together. And I'm grateful that the Daily Wire gave us a platform to grow this community. But at this point in my life, I am ready to take on a new direction, both personally and professionally. This means new challenges and new endeavors, which I will share with you soon. As for this show, the comment section will continue with the Daily Wire. My producer, Reagan, is taking over as host of the comment section, and I wish her and the Daily Wire all the best. We have had 3 great years, and I am proud of what we've accomplished together. Leaving this show and the platforms that we've built is hard, but I'm very excited for what's to come. Knowing that we have brought so many people together in laughter over these last 3 years means the world to me. I appreciate all of you, so let's chat again soon, but in the meantime, go touch some grass, kick some rocks, and we'll catch up shortly. And now for some final thoughts from the God King himself, Jeremy Boring.
Bittersweet indeed. We're sad to see Brett go, but we're excited to see her take the next step in her journey. Brett's an amazing talent, both as a personality and as an actress. It's been a pleasure to see her bring the comment section to life these last 3 years. And her performance.
She has better camera angles and lighting than you. Yeah, no shit. She has like a straightforward professional setup. Like, you guys are comparing my independent individual operation to a multi-million-dollar structure. Okay? Like, they are a multi-million-dollar company. I think Ben Shapiro is worth like $50 million, dude. I mean, they were offering Steven Crowder They're so much larger than just like a couple million. Are we crazy? Did we forget that Steven Crowder was offered by the Daily Wire a straight up $50 million contract? And he said, this is slavery. Here it is. Far right blowhard calls 50 million Daily Wire offer a slave contract. It's also not a better setup for what she is doing or what you are doing. You're doing a live stream. It's supposed to be a real person in a real house expressing their opinions. That's exactly what your setup indicates, whereas hers shows you that it's completely made up. Yeah, but that's the difference. Like for the average onlooker, like they don't care, especially conservative audiences tend to be a little bit older too. And they don't give a shit. Like they like it. I think, like I said, she presents a softer face. In my opinion, she presents a softer face on like right-wing commentary. She covers cultural issues and things like that. And there's definitely an audience for it. And that's why she's been popping off. She's been popping off harder than Ben Shapiro has on the Daily Wire broadcast, which is part of the reason why I think she wanted to go solo dolo.
In the Pendragon cycle is sensational. I'm certain that whatever Brett creates next will be filled with the same joy and laughter and heart that she's brought to all of her work at the Daily Wire. And we wish her nothing but the best.
So, my friends, while I have you here, I thought we could run it back one last time with the comment section. And last night, I was sitting at my laptop, literally racking my brain, trying to think about what would be the perfect last episode. I mean, there was so much that happened over the weekend that I desperately wanted to talk to you about.
She's definitely fetishized too. I mean, I can't speak on that, but I'm sure there is that. Like, it makes sense. It is a misogynistic audience. I think a lot of ladies probably like her too. There's a lot of older men that like her. There's a lot of ladies that like her just because her Snow White movie fell apart. Who is this? Should I ask her for streamers and cars? Nick Pollum, don't even fucking start. If you do a collab with her and your fraudulent ass did not even collaborate with me while you were in my backyard in Los Angeles, California, let me tell you something, okay? I'm sorry, I was knee deep in some shit. You feel me? No, I don't feel you. No, I don't feel you, okay? She's literally pretending to be a teen. It's weird as fuck. Yeah. I had a nasty 60-some-year-old alcoholic patient watching her on his iPad in the hospital, Lamau. Nick invites her and then surprises her with you. Hold on. All right, let me check. I'm restructuring and rescheduling some stuff right now. Let chat parasocially guide you for collabs, interacting with others, etc. Yeah, I can't even, I'm parasocial at this point, you know, with Nick Pollum, because now we used to be boys. You know what I mean? We used to be fucking boys. Also, it's not suspicious that he's in here chirping in the chat because Maya Higa is about to be on the broadcast in a little bit. I'm just saying, I know what time it is, dude. I know what the fuck is up. Yeah, with me and Nick, we used to be boys. Now it's parasocial. Now that he won awards and shit, he doesn't fuck with me no more like that. It ain't like that. Do you think Ben in the Daily Wire in cope mode over this? I mean, I would be if I had like a media franchise and I lost my fucking star because I did not retain her talents by offering her a pretty solid contract, then yes, I would absolutely be a little bit shaken by it. You know what I mean? I am sorry. I will be there next time. Okay, it's my fault. All right, we got him. Have we discussed whether she looks like Ben Shapiro because of her views or if she has her views because she looks like Ben Shapiro? No, I think she was like a failed actress, and therefore she just kind of looked like that. I don't think she had these views from the jump. I think like this is the failed actress route. With Ben Shapiro is like he was a failed writer, but he also kind of had these views from the jump. But I do suspect that she will be, if she tries to be authentic, I suspect that she'll be less conservative broadly. But if she wants the hits, if she wants the clicks, if she wants the grift, she's going to have to be a lot more aggro and a lot more overtly right-wing. So we'll see. So yeah. Are you telling me she's not related to Ben Shapiro? I know it sounds insane, but she's not related to Ben Shapiro. But yeah, for the record, like with all the cutesy nonsense, like she's still over here talking about like how Jordan Neely deserved to be executed for being a scary nuisance. Okay, just so you understand, it's not like she's a nice person. She just has the aesthetics. She presents the aesthetics of like a softer, gentler approach. She's a Ben Shapiro with a filter. Nice of you to support independent media. Wait, what? I don't follow her on Instagram, but I did follow her on Twitter. I don't know why you had to fake this. I did recently follow her on Twitter because I wanted to see what was going on with this. I wanted to see where she'd be going next. Yeah, Brett's fans were all creepy old men fawning over a hot young girl streaming from her bedroom. That show was never about Brett giving actual political analysis. It was about using a cute young girl to reassure how right and in touch old conservatives are. There's a reason all the guys on Daily Wire have desks in offices and sets and smoke cigars where Brett is a colorful children's bedroom as hers. Yeah, I think they wanted to make inroads with a younger audience. And like I showed yesterday, she did. I don't think she made inroads with a younger audience necessarily, but she did definitely have, get a lot of play. She was kind of carrying the franchise a little bit. Like she was the Daily Wire's most successful entity. Okay. Why didn't she stream? Seems like they tried to emulate streaming, but it was all scripted. Yeah. I think it's really interesting that that like what I've been doing, and this isn't like me gassing myself up. Like we saw this with Turning Point USA and other right-wing groups when they had like their documents leaked. They openly were talking about having like emulating what I do, and this is the process. Like they literally were like, let's make a show of someone who is like fake streaming from their bedroom or from their living room, whatever, in an identical fashion to what we've seen with other successful media products in the political sphere. This, which is crazy. That means that they're not only watching, but also, you know, they're emulating it. Some Nazi iCarly shit. Yeah. Honestly, though, does she really think she would get the bag on this? She's a woman working for a very conservative right-wing media group. They would be happy to let her go so they don't have to pay her more. To be fair, they did stream every once in a while. Yeah, but they're probably ass. Like, look at those streams, dude. They're an hour long, and I'm sure that they were very controlled. And notice how little views they got. Except for, I guess, live from Buckingham Palace.
We're actually here. I think they thought we were faking when we said that we were going to be at, look behind us, Buckingham Palace.
We are here.
The day of the coronation. How exciting.
Wow. Both of the girlies that are no longer with the Daily Wire. Look at that. Both of the girlies. How would someone be able to hear me call HC dumb and then respond in the chat saying, says you? I don't know. Why are you asking me about your chat battles? They have.
Yes, you are correct, Kate Middleton. She looked absolutely. There was a woman bishop, which was very.
Right out here, actually. I don't know what they were protesting.
Probably the king.
Probably British, but I think it's very cool to see how different countries come together.
Fashion faux pas. She wore this.
They did a 10-minute live stream. That's crazy. And then also on top of that, like creating the memes with the original meme lord.
I haven't really ridden recently, but we do need to do a horse girl video at some point. Okay, moving on. Okay, that's good. That looks like every person that I react to in a TikTok. This is basically every person.
This is so shit, dude.
I don't really care if you guys see my screen. I don't have anything incriminating on this. What is that?
You guys don't remember this?
I don't remember this.
No. Am I supposed to know?
It's a good reaction meme, though.
Yeah.
They were at Golden Globes, and someone on.
This shit is ass. No wonder they have. No wonder the.
Welcome back to the comment section.
This is no wonder this is like obviously a very clearly streamlined process that they made. Twitch experience, but for boomers. Yeah, I can radicalize Candace. I'll fix her. She just needs to give me a chance. Okay, stop. Candace Owens is, Candace Owens is radicalized all on her own. Trust, okay? She's radicalized in a different direction, and not in a direction where you can do anything with that. I wonder if am I still blocked by Candace? Oh, maybe she unblocked me. Oh no, I am still blocked, but I can now see people beyond the block. Shouts out to Twitter for that. Making an important announcement today on the show. I've been joined by most special guests to discuss that announcement. This will be the most important piece of content I've ever shared. It premieres in 38 minutes. You think she's going to link up with Brett Cooper? I doubt it. Because the way I see it is like Clandis is I mean, she's too toxic. You know what I mean? She's like entirely too toxic. She pops off. Like she also does really well. Okay. She does really well. Make no mistake. But there is like she is overtly anti-Semitic, but more importantly for the conservative movement, it's not the anti-Semitism that's a problem. That much is clear. They literally hired her knowing full well that she was anti-Semitic. She's also an anti-Zionist on top of that. She's anti-Semitic, but also anti-Israel. And that, well, that's a bridge too far. That's completely unacceptable. And she got fired for it from the Daily Wire for that reason. So I don't think someone like Brett Cooper, unless they are ideologically committed to presenting themselves or collaborating and aligning with like someone who is an overt anti-Semite, I doubt that she will do that. Does that make sense? Maybe I'm wrong. You were wrong about the Queen. Yeah, I mean, the Queen is probably like Clandis. New former Israeli President Reuven Rivlin said that relations between Israel and Queen Elizabeth II were difficult because she believed that every Israeli was either a terrorist or the son of a terrorist. Yeah, I think the Queen probably has a different approach. You know what I mean? I don't think she's like a diehard anti-Zionist necessarily, but in the Clandis Owens type. I suspect she's on the Clandis Owens category. Well, I mean, also she was alive when they did do terrorism. If you listen to my Oxford and Cambridge speech, I brought this up, but like the people that did the acts of terror that were responsible for the King David Hotel like bombing campaign that killed a shit ton of people, that killed like 91 people, were never allowed back into the UK because they were considered terrorists. They were designated terrorists. So that was the British, the King David Hotel bombing was the British headquarters in British Mandate Palestine. And the early Zionist militias, like they did an act of terror there. And that's the reason why I think she's saying that. I don't think she's, yeah, there are a couple things here. I don't think the Queen is necessarily anti-Zionist. I think she's more anti-Semitic. You know, she's right for the wrong reasons. I should have said was because she's dead. Anyway, yeah. I have noticed that like there is definitely a lot of motion on right-wing commentary, but like not in the original, not in the OG right-wing commentator sphere. There's a lot of motion outside of that. If I were to put this on a spectrum of right-wing sentiment, to get back to the Brett Cooper situation, you have the Daily Wires that are on a downtrend, okay? You have the Daily Wires that are on a downtrend. You have the Steven Crowders that are dying, right? Like they're done, they're cooked. But then there's a crop of like much edgier, much more insane right-wing content creators out there, like the Clandis Owenses of the world and the Tyler Hitler Veras of the world, and even someone who like Asmongold, who have leaned into this like I like the Tyler Oliveras of the world attitude, and those guys are popping. Like they are putting insane numbers on the board. They're putting numbers on the board like I've never seen before. You know what I mean? Like it's a little bit meta chasing in the case of Asmongold, I would say, because I don't think he has like a coherent, consistent worldview that revolves around, you know, consistently hitting like right-wing talking points. But it's like, I mean, look, the shock of truth we just found out, CEO killer, like his company suddenly no longer care about DEI after Trump's win, 1 million views. Like he's always had a relatively socially conservative bent when it comes to like DEI, woke shit, wokeness in video games. And he has found a comfortable space in talking about, like, you know, right-wing politics in general. His views is pixelated titties are good and woke is bad. But yeah, it's, you know, this stuff is banging. Like his he's like super basic right wing, like look how stupid the liberals are content is popping off. Now, having said that, outside of that space, like the Candace Owenses of the world are popping off as well. A lot of people also in the podcast sphere, are, you know, they're getting tremendous play. All the top podcasts are incredibly right-wing. You got Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson. Like, I'm not even talking like regular old Republican right-wing. I'm talking like Christian nationalists, openly saying like insane, hysterical shit about Christianity, leaning into overt anti-Semitic sentiments. So it's bad. It's not good, folks. It's bad. Some of them are connected with the manosphere. A lot of those manosphere guys are also in the way that they are leaning. A lot of those manosphere guys in the way that they're leaning into like right-wing commentary, they've also increased the stakes a lot, you know? All the while, we're still here. Anyway, let's get started with the Lena Khan situation. I got to pick up Kaya real quick. And I'm going to run this Donald Trump 20 minutes after my interview with Lena Khan decided that that he would not have Lena Khan as the Lena Khan would not continue her tenure as the commissioner of the FTC. God damn it. I hate this shit so much. What the fuck is going on, dude? All right, there it is. But yeah, let's play this.
Donald Trump announced yesterday that he was picking
Sad news.
current FTC Commissioner Andrew Ferguson to lead the agency, which is obviously now helmed by Lena Khan, who we cover a lot on this show. Ferguson is kind of a known figure for people who follow these types of things. But let's go to the next element here. This is Trump appointing Andrew Ferguson.
This was being circulated by his allies. Ferguson, there's some question as to whether or not Ferguson himself was circulating this, but certainly his allies were circulating this. And if you're just watching it, if you're just listening to it and not watching it, this is kind of not great if you like Lena Khan.
Yeah, it's a big chunk of text, but it says, successfully fought to end the Biden FTC's anti-business policy of refusing to end merger investigations early and allow firms to close their deals as soon as the FTC finds no competitive harm. Represented Virginia and numerous other states in a landmark antitrust suit against Google's ad tech monopoly. So I just want to note those two things being literally together in the bullet points. This is the nuance of the right's opposition to Lena Khan. There are some people on the right, including J.D. Vance, who've been very positive about Lena Khan, others who have been sort of in the middle about Lena Khan, and then a third group that are just absolutely opposed to Lena Khan at every turn. Ferguson appears to be somebody in the middle. So like you can see they're bragging there about him being part of the antitrust monopoly suit against Google. I'm sorry, the ad tech monopoly suit against Google. Obviously, it's an antitrust one as well, but and then the next bullet point is about overreach, right? Antitrust overreach, and that's sort of interesting.
Yeah, and that sheet talk, that memo talks a lot about being too tough on mergers. That Lena Khan's too rough on the business community. That they're going to do a lot of deregulation. It's ironic that, and almost poetic and anti-poetic, whatever, that Trump made this move, ousting Lena Khan and replacing her with Ferguson on the same day that one of her most significant victories came through. If you can put up this this Fox Business article on the screen next, the Kroger-Albertson merger was blocked as a $24 billion merger that Lena Khan had fought, and arguing not just that it would be bad for consumers. There's agreement across the spectrum, even among the kind of pro-business side, that if you can prove that there is going to be harm to consumers, then you can block a merger. That's called the consumer welfare standard. Now, the if you can prove it is the part that the pro-business side hangs their hat on and says, and just constantly argues, well, all these mergers are going to be good for consumers. We're going to give you lower costs, and look, it's going to be wonderful. Trust us. And then it happens, and then it's not, and it's done. So you're screwed. In this case, he argued that actually, additionally, the FTC, and going back to its original meaning, when it was created, and so when some of these acts were created that enabled its powers, the power of workers and the well-being of workers matters too. And so she argued that this merger would depress wages, would make it, and would hurt worker power, which is also an interest of the federal government, of the people of the United States, which is kind of a radical take. Like, well, we're supposed to care about workers? What? Yeah, actually, it's in the law. You're supposed to. Here she is. I love this, talking to Hassan Piker on his stream about this.
This decision being blocked, what kind of labor protections does that offer to people that are working at these corporations?
So, one thing that our lawsuit alleged was that if this merger goes through, it's going to mean higher grocery prices for shoppers, but it's also going to be worse for the workers.
Ayo,
and this is the
ayo.
first time that the
Look who that
FTC
is.
has ever sought to block a merger, not just because it's going to be bad for consumers, but also because it's going to be bad for workers. And, you know, especially in recent decades, antitrust enforcers had not really been focused on the worker harms as much. And that's something we've really looked to change. So the complaint lays out how previously, when there has been competition between Kroger and Albertsons, that the workers at each store were able to use that competition as leverage when they were trying to bargain. And that if
That's my famous little girl Kaya right there. Look at that. She famous. She famous.
you allow these two companies to merge, that leverage that comes
Double
from
Kaya.
having a potential alternative employer or an alternative store where customers can go if there's a strike, but eliminating that leverage point and bargaining leverage would ultimately be bad for workers. So again, this is still being litigated, but that was in the complaint as an explanation for why this merger would be bad for workers. When the FTC team put on the trial, they actually had on the stand some of the workers that are currently employed by these stores so that they could also share their experience. And just generally, I mean, there's a lot of empirical evidence that now shows that after mergers, workers have seen, you know, pay cuts or a limit in any pay rises. You often see layoffs. You can see workers have less negotiation power to figure out, will I even have a stable, predictable schedule? And so, you know, these are all dimensions of competition on the labor front that are important to protect for people.
First of all, it's pretty cool to have an FTC chair that goes on Hassan Piker's stream. We were 4 years in power. It was quite a run. We'll see. We'll see where it goes from here. The big fear among supporters of the kind of Lena Khan approach to FTC was that Melissa Holyoke, who was a commissioner on the FTC, that she would get the chair gig, and she's as hostile as you can get to the kind of Khan-Cantor wing of that bipartisan, transpartisan movement. So the fact that she didn't get it is something. But the fact that somebody got it who says that she was too tough on mergers, like the day that she blocked this like huge, because what the Wall Street Journal would always say about her, she filed another, you know, frivolous BS case that's just going to eat up money, and then when a judge, you know, gets this complaint, he's going to knock it away because you know this is a child who doesn't even belong in this job, and she doesn't understand how the law works. And time after time after time, the judges are like, these are good points. This merger's blocked.
Well, what she said on Hassan's show there is like, so it's one of the reasons conservatives don't like her is because, as Rachel Bovard has talked about to us and others, is the consumer welfare standard of Robert Bork was gospel on the right for a really long time. Not just the political right, but just sort of the pro-business community for a long time, the consumer welfare standard. And what Lena Khan was saying there is that it's not.
And when we're saying pro-biz, they mean pro-big business.
Yeah.
And also the mergers and acquisitions lawyers who make money on these mergers.
Absolutely. Pro-big business. And the consumer welfare standard is predicated on this idea that consumers will choose to shop at places where they treat workers well. And that is not the case when you have monopolies, right? Like it's this ridiculous sort of cycle. And Ryan, I just looked this up actually. We invited Andrew Ferguson to come on a Friday show with Matthew Stoller to talk about conservatives and antitrust policy back in June, and never got a response. So your point about Lena Khan going on the Hassan Piker stream is really interesting, because one of the reasons Khan irked a lot of people in the business community is that she's like she's the new Brandeisian, right? Like she's actually like very much in the moment. And that was irritating because it was a threat. It's like, this is a popular movement behind Lena Khan. People.
And she was unafraid to get like media coverage around these actions. Now, I think that if we were to have done her FTC any justice whatsoever, we should have, not us here, but in general, I think that the Democratic Party should have. Yeah, I know, Chad. I already unlocked the door. Calm down. Oh my God, Chad is in a state of panic, in a state of chaos. I know Maya's here. I know. I'm going to move on to some fun stuff first, and then get back to news coverage in a second. Okay. My point is, no Instagram post going live. Yeah, because because Instagram is broken, dude. I'm getting annoyed. Oh my God, I'm getting annoyed. I'm getting annoyed with chat. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, Maya Higa's in the building.
Hello.
We're talking about the federal. We're talking about the FTC.
Right.
What
Yeah.
should you come back? No, it's fine. What are your thoughts on trust busting? What do you think about antitrust?
Come here like once a quarter.
What do you think about antitrust? Like, what are your thoughts broadly?
I'm going to get a soda.
Oh, what? There's sodas in here if you want, or you just wanted to use that as an exit. Don't get the Diet Coke. That's just in there because we used to drink it, but we don't anymore because it's BDS. Everything else is, you can get whatever you want though, aside from the Diet Coke. There it is. She chose the Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar Strawberries and Cream Soda. Okay, first and foremost, welcome Maya Higa of Alveus Sanctuary. Hello. Maya's doing collabs now, so we're stoked. I'm excited. Happy to have you here.
Though. I don't fuck with this on.
Yeah. Can you ask her if she has any cool anteater facts? Do you have any cool anteater facts off the top of your dome? Off top dome.
Off the top of my dome, they can be really dangerous, actually, especially giant anteaters. And when they get mad, they like rear up, and they got those big claws, and they'll slice you.
Also, what was a 1v1 from Texas on? I know. We can't do it today, unfortunately. I am gonna be lifting later, but she has to leave.
Hassan is really scared of 1v1ing me in basketball, so
Yeah.
he keeps putting it off. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, this is true. I'm terrified. I'm terrified of her prowess. She's a fierce competitor, and I'm afraid of what she will do on the courts, which is why I'm afraid of balling up with her. Instagram is back, juiced in my content and posted blast off there. Okay, shut the fuck up, dude. What is this backseat production happening right now in the chat? All right, Maya's here. Obviously, we're not gonna do politics while Maya's here, unless it's like animal welfare related. I guess we could do that, but that's neither here nor there. We're not gonna be doing that. Instead, we're gonna do some fun stuff. Okay, and what that fun stuff is going to be is a little bit late at this point, but the Streamer Awards Fit Picks.
Yay!
We're gonna be tier listing Streamer Awards Fit Picks. But before we do that, Maya, give us an update on our queen, Cutie Cinderella. How is she doing? She was supposed to be here. I asked her to be here, and she was like, "Fuck off." She said that.
Is good. She flew.
How did it
twice.
feel?
It was good. I mean, the way out was kind of rough. The way back was a little bit better, so we'll take it.
Oh, really? Because
we made
the
it
weight
to-
displacement or whatever?
No, just like, I don't know. We'll tell you about it. But she got on a plane to go to Vancouver, and she got on a plane to come back.
Yeah, I'm terrified of Swifties even further now because, like, she couldn't get on a plane to visit family. Do you think she'll go on a plane again?
If I'm there.
You want to come to Japan with us in January for 2 weeks?
No.
Late January? Come on. Okay, well, you just have to be there to get there. You can leave early.
But she's going to be stuck in Japan. She won't be able to come back.
Yeah, she'll come back. No, she'll be fine.
She doesn't want to go.
Well, no. She wants to go.
She doesn't want
Come on. Oh, also, Austin technically lost $10,000 because of your wonderful contributions, wonderful actions.
You're welcome, Mr. Show.
Yeah.
No,
That's
it wasn't. It was not me. It was Taylor Swift. So if Taylor Swift is in Japan, like, and it's her last concert ever. Speaking of the mic.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to fix this so you get like it hears you.
And it's her last concert ever, then maybe. That's why we went.
Wait, Chad is saying you killed a white spider the other day?
No.
What the fuck?
I don't know what they're talking about. See, it sounds like I'm being sus, but I actually don't know what they're referring to.
I feel like you killed a white spider the other day. That's what they're talking about. They're saying you did.
Okay.
Taylor might be in Japan.
Well, the reason that we went to Vancouver is because it was her last Eras tour, which is a big deal.
Oh, they're saying I killed a white spider. Wait, no, I didn't. When?
He's deflecting. It was him.
No, I didn't kill it.
That's crazy.
No, I didn't kill a spider. No, I grabbed it with a napkin and then I threw him in the trash, but he didn't die. I didn't grab it hard enough to kill it. I moved the spider. What do you mean? Hit the clip, chat. I did not kill the fucking
Show
spider.
me the clip.
Okay, if someone has the clip, we can do it. By the way, what do you think about this tweet? The Eras tour has officially ended. She can't hurt you anymore, Earth. 879,000 likes.
Wait, I don't get it.
It's in reference to Taylor Swift killing the planet with her Eras tour.
Oh. People are really mad about that.
Are you people?
I don't know what to say, man. I don't know.
We let her have it. Yeah, I took his home and well-being, but I didn't kill him. Some fucking leftist. What do you mean? The spider ain't paying rent? Fuck are you talking about? Anyway,
you can really get in fights with your chat over actually nothing. It's kind of impressive.
I do. It's a wonderful relationship. Reference to the Lolo tweet. Normal people testing the pool temperature. Taylor Swift. Okay, everybody calm down. All right. We're not shitting on Taylor Swift, and we're not talking about me being a landlord to spiders. Maya, I hope you and Alvea staff are doing well after Timber and Nilla's. Wait, Timber and Nilla passed?
This past week.
Wait, they both did?
Yeah.
What happened?
All in a week. It's awful. Nilla Wafer is one of our rat ambassadors. And Rat's lifespan's like 2-3 years.
Oh,
so,
okay.
So she was 2 and she was old and she had some medical stuff go on, and then Timber died unexpectedly last week from bloat.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was awful.
I'm actually when I get her spayed,
yeah, get that stomach.
I'm gonna get that stomach thing because
bloat is super scary and it can happen like out of nowhere. And it's not just, I think a lot of people think like it's like, oh, they eat too fast or like they drink too fast, and that can be a reason, but it can also just happen like with a dog that's not being active, just laying down. It's just like a freak thing that none of us expected. He was 10. They're both 10, and so we didn't expect to have the wolf dogs for very long, but we definitely didn't expect to have them for that short.
What about the bestie? Is he doing all right?
She's okay.
Or she doing all
we're
right?
working on rescuing another wolf dog so that she can have a companion. That's obviously really important for them.
Yeah. For big dogs, chat, at least my vet recommended for big dogs. Apparently, there's a recommended surgery when larger dogs are getting spayed, where they do like this gastric surgery, where they make sure that like the stomach. I guess what happens like when you bloat, you like your stomach gets stuck or something.
It flips over.
Yeah.
So bloat is when the stomach flips. So you can get a surgery where their stomach gets kind of, I don't know if it's stitched in or how it works. So that it doesn't flip. And with dogs that are larger,
gastropexy.
With dogs that are larger and like have really barreled chests, it's more common.
Was it the one that ran with me?
They both ran with you.
Oh well, one of them ran it. I don't think both of them ran, but anyway, it doesn't matter.
It was the one that runs more.
Yeah,
so
Great Danes and larger breeds especially is called tacking. Yeah,
Tacking.
they stick it. They stick it to the side, I think. Okay, don't show me sad videos, man. Let's move away from these sad videos, okay? Anyway, so yeah, if you have a large dog and this is a life-saving procedure. So just remember that, okay? Not Maya's noise gate is getting filtered out a bit by the noise gate. Just FYI. Oh no, you have to be loud and yell into it.
I will talk louder.
And we're not gonna do politics, so stop sending me animal welfare related politics. Like Mexico just put animal welfare into its national constitution. How do you feel about that?
I haven't heard about that.
These reforms are a big win for advocates, but what happens next will be crucial for animal rights. Claudia Scheinbaum, the queen, the goat, she's expanded she's going to continue expanding the welfare state just like AMLO did before her, and now they're also doing animal rights as well, it seems. Congratulations to Mexico. All right. Does anyone have the tier list for the fit picks? Because there was a tier list that was made ahead of time that all the other streamers were using. Do you guys have the link for that? Or no? No, we don't have it. Someone in the chat must have it. I know you were sending it to me beforehand. Fit picks. Fit, not feet. I know NM Pollum. I know Nick Pollum was in the building earlier, but oh, here it is.
For you.
Ew. Where the fuck did you pull this out of?
My head.
Oh, you can't see. It's a clump of hair. Actually, I'm gonna sell it. Does anyone want a clump of Maya's hair?
Why are you guys making that face? It was nice.
Gnarly. Hey, please. She just got groomed. If you want to pet her, can we clone Maya with it to get more workers for Alveas? Yeah. Okay. The list features GOAT, S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, F tier, and worst of all time, WOT tier. There's too many tiers, I think. But we're going to go through them one by one. Okay? Starting now.
Excellent. Here we go.
Okay. First of all, even before we get started, actually, let's do a how was your night? Like, what did you think about streamer awards?
What did I think about the streamer awards?
Yeah.
Huge success. I was running red carpet for streamer awards. So I was not running red carpet. I was helping with red carpet. And so people would come in and check in, and then I would send them over to Ron, I'd send them over to Ray and C-Dog for their interviews.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. But it was the least stressful streamer awards that I've ever had. So I think that that's a really good sign. And I think that the interviews went really well, and I think the show went really well. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really glad that you didn't win anything.
That was okay. I don't even want to get into that. That was bullshit. Okay. That was why'd you have to bring that up?
You asked me what I thought.
That's oh my God. What did you think about the food? What did you think about the food? I thought the food was but it's always
Why would you even say that? That's so rude.
What? No, it's just like award ceremonies. Like I'm not expecting a fucking 5-course meal.
Do they know that you ordered food?
Will did, and I had it. Yeah.
Chat, isn't that crazy?
He orders sun and dung.
Isn't that crazy? It's a catered event. It's like really fancy food. Like the dessert was this fancy little tart with like little berries and stuff on it.
Tart was good.
Yeah, it was.
But that's like.
And they ordered food to the venue.
Yeah, I had all the food. It's not like not only did I have my food, I had other people's food as well. But I hadn't eaten yet that day, so I had to eat more.
We all got to eat Iron Mouse's food because she's an iPad.
Yeah.
But she had a seat, so she.
We haven't figured out a way for her to be able to eat through the iPad yet. Maybe one day. But my point is like the food is never like my expectations are never like, oh my God, it's gonna be banger. Like this food is gonna be incredible. You know what I mean?
I think it was good.
It was all right.
What did you think of the show?
The show was well. As soon as I was put next to Austin, I knew in the past couple of years, like I've always sat next to Cutie and Lud or like the Roomies. You know what I mean? People that like win awards. As soon as I was placed next to Austin, I was like, oh, I'm not winning this year for sure. Like I knew what my destiny was.
The
right?
Seating has no.
I don't know about that.
It
like,
doesn't.
And also my seating arrangement was like.
You know what else about the seating arrangement?
What?
First of all, it doesn't have an effect on who wins, and second of all, every camera operator has the seating chart, so they know who to show when something is happening on screen. So when people get up and walk around and go to other people's seats and go yap to other people during the show and they're not in their seat, the camera operator doesn't know where you are because they have the seating chart.
I know, but I knew that I was going to lose anyway, so I was like, they're never going to pan to me.
What do you think of Sketch?
He was great. He killed it. He was very funny.
I love Sketch.
Yeah. So, it's fine. I mean, I was happy I was near Feed and the RDC boys, so I got to speak to those guys and hang out with them quite a bit. So that was cool.
Yeah, I just got to speak to them like the whole show, while the show was happening.
Yeah. But I couldn't, like, the way I was seated, the way I was placed on the seating chart, I couldn't really see much either. Like, my back was turned to you guys when you were speaking because you were right behind me on the side stage. And then my back was turned to like the main stage. And also on top of that, there was like no, like I had to like contort myself to see what the fuck was happening.
The one time I talked to Hassan during the show, I was like running to do something and I walked past his table and he stopped me and he's like, Maya, come here. So you want to do the show's happening. And he was like, so you want to come over on Momo and do and do this and this and this? And I was like, I'm not talking to you about this right now.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, are you busy? And I was like, yes. It's crazy.
That was rude of you.
What?
That was rude of you.
That's crazy.
Just because you get, you know what happens? You get that earpiece with the big ass thing on it, and then all of a sudden you're like walking around with a position of authority. You're walking around like you run the show, and maybe you were, okay, to a certain degree, but you got an air of authority, and now you're like, oh, I'm too big to talk to you sitting on the Austin table.
This guy's got stuff going on, guys.
You want food?
Yes.
You're hungry?
Yes.
Yes or no? Okay. She was asking for papers. Yeah. I'm gonna get Mediterranean food.
Okay.
Are you chill with that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna order it quick.
Okay.
Because I have to eat before I go work out today as well. So.
What do I have to do for the thing? Or is this the thing?
What thing? Oh, this is the thing.
This is the thing.
Well, no. I'll talk to you about that later.
Well, I'm gonna leave.
No. I know. I mean, I'll text you about it. You might you can do an interview afterwards.
Okay.
Is that fine?
Like today? No.
No, not today.
Okay.
But
yes,
like
that's
tomorrow
fine.
Potentially. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't worry about that though. What do you want here? Oh wait, you got to leave soon. You got to leave in like in an hour. This might not come in time. Okay, hold on. No, it's not fine. Then you won't be able to eat. No, it's not enough.
I tried the protein shake. It made me really nauseous.
No, I'm
I
gonna
wouldn't
feed
recommend
you.
doing that, by the way.
I'm gonna feed you. Okay, let's do.
I can just eat some Zins.
No. An hour isn't exactly soon. Yeah, chat, but in this, man, just let me fucking do my thing. All right, it's not gonna be fast enough. The other thing that I was gonna order is not gonna come fast enough. Okay, calm down. Hold on. Let me order myself this stuff. Okay.
Chat, let me tell you about something while Hassan's work. Oh.
Okay, you going to Bradley's gym today? Yes, I am. I'm gonna be going later. Why can they never plan anything? What? Everybody fucking, you're trash at setting things up, man. Get a damn PA. Everybody shut the fuck up.
You don't have a PA?
No.
That's crazy.
I know. I think this upcoming year I'm gonna do it. That's all you got? You are a fucking bird, dude. That's enough for you? You got an empanada from a Middle Eastern place, by the way. That's just gonna be ass, most likely. I'm just letting you know ahead of time. So, don't get disappointed if it sucks. Okay, let's see.
All right. Well, Hassan orders this food. Let me tell you guys about something. I have something really important to tell you about.
Okay, let's hear it.
Alveus Sanctuary is an animal sanctuary in Austin, Texas. We rescue animals from all over the country, and we have live cams on them 24/7. You guys can link the channel in chat right now if you want. By the freaking way, Twitch Together for Good is happening right now. And if you donate $5 or $25 or $50 to Alveus, you get a special badge. And you can only get it now up until I think it ends on either the 12th or the 15th. Like, it's one of the last days to do it. So you can donate to Alveus if you want. It's become a huge fundraiser for us. And that way we can support the care of all of our animals and the education programs that we do. Look, it's Push Pop.
Yeah, and Marty.
And Marty and Reed. Amazing.
Oh my God, look at that little baby.
I know, isn't he cute?
Oh my God. I didn't get to see him last time.
He's a nervous guy. He hides for collabs usually.
Yeah. He's not in it for the clout.
No.
He's in it for the love of the game.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about the clout. Where's the cow? It's Winnie. Oh, they changed it real quick. That's crazy. They must be watching. Oh, they changed it back.
There he is.
There's the pasture. The cow would be down here somewhere. Winnie the Moo.
Guys, look, it says unlock badges by donating with Twitch charity. You can get one of those badges next to your name in chat. And then you'll have a special badge and Hassan will be like, oh my God, what's that special badge? And then he'll see your chat message.
Is this the special badge?
Yeah.
Purple pixel heart. Look at that.
Wicked.
Nice. Yeah.
badge.
Okay,
havers.
hell
I have
yeah.
the badge. Hooray! Very nice. Thank you.
Oh my god, the UI changed for you. Titles on top now. I mean, I don't really care. I know that like Twitch does have a tendency to attract a lot of people who don't like any minor changes whatsoever due to a certain kind of neurodivergence.
You know what's so funny?
What?
I had a guy with autism tell me a couple weeks ago. I put something down, right? I put something down. I put it down with my left hand. He was like, "Oh, you're left-handed," and I was like, "No," and he's like, "Oh," and I was like, "Why are you surprised by that?" And he was like, "Well, you just give off really like a lot of neurodivergent people are left-handed, and you give off really neurodivergent vibes." I'm surprised, and I was like, "No one's ever said that." And then my best friend growing up has autism, and I called him, and I was like, "A guy with autism just told me that he thinks I'm neurodivergent," and my friend was like, "You know, I didn't used to think that, or you never showed any signs of that growing up, but ever since you got into the streaming world, you've had a lot more."
I think there's something about this platform that that makes people autistic.
Yeah,
I'm not kidding. I think we all Twitch streamers are like a little autistic by through osmosis.
yeah. And
Please
he's,
come on, my dude. I am autistic and I'm a huge fan. Don't be mean. I'm not. But I do think that I do think that like something about this platform.
He also said my autistic friend who is a special ed teacher said like in his classes they do like mood charts, you know, so they have like like for kids that are nonverbal
like
or kids
tone.
that are, yeah. And so he was like a whole platform being built off of like emotes and stuff like that is super autistic. His words, not mine.
Yeah, no, I think this platform lends itself well to people with neurodivergence. That's how I realized I was autistic. I met this girl with autism and she said, "You're autistic." 3 months later, I got officially diagnosed at 27 years old. Yeah.
I took that RADS test.
What is it?
It's kind of long. It's like 90 questions.
RADS test? Like this?
RAA.
RAAD.
Yeah.
R? Embrace autism. Wait, let's do it before we do it.
We're not gonna have time to do the tier list.
We'll have time.
This is a 90 question test.
Who's the test designed for? Adults age 16 plus with ASD level 1 or subclinical autism. Adults with IQ in the normal range, 80. Oh, okay. So I can't take this.
Why?
My IQ's too low.
Oh.
I'm kidding. I don't know what my IQ is.
Oh.
I've actually never done an IQ test, but I feel like I'm not a very good test taker. I would probably get cooked on the IQ test.
They're also IQ testers, and I'm sure this one is too.
All right, so scoring threshold. You know what? I don't want to know what the scoring threshold is because like I want it to be a surprise.
Okay.
Okay. Where is the fucking test? Oh, here it is. I'm a sympathetic person. True now and when I was young. True only now. True only when I was younger than 16. Never true. I think I am a sympathetic person, and I think I was a sympathetic person when I was younger, but maybe not as sympathetic as I am now. So should I say true only now, I guess. I often use words and phrases from movies and television in conversations. That's weird.
You don't quote movies?
Do I? I don't think so.
I guess you probably don't.
Never true. I am often surprised when others tell me I have been rude. Oh, yeah. Okay.
All the time.
Yes. Yes. Facts. Anime and games counts too. But like, do I quote anime and video games? Do I? I don't think so. Sometimes I talk too loudly or too softly, and I am not aware of it. Wait.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Do I talk loudly?
Yes.
I don't talk softly.
Yes.
Okay. That definitely is true. When I was younger, I was really loud, apparently, and like people would like get weirded out, and I wouldn't understand why. But like I would just be like randomly loud as fuck. Oh my God, I just realized my brother is autistic, and he fucking will randomly be super loud. Is that like an autistic trait?
Maybe.
Like randomly is just like
There's
not
so many things that are
not
autistic
being able
traits.
to not being able to well, okay, this is just saying Italians are autistic. If you're just like loud all the time. Okay, I often don't know how to act in social situations. True only when I was younger than 16. I think so. I think I know how to act in social situations.
It's your test, bro.
Oh my God, do I not? I
No,
know how to act this. Okay, fuck. I can put myself in other people's shoes. Oh, that's definitely true now and when I was young.
That's fair.
I have a hard time figuring out what some phrases mean, like "you are the apple of my." Oh, fuck yeah, yes. That one is so stupid, but I think that's ESL.
Yeah.
I think that's an ESL problem. So yeah, if you're again Italian, then you're autistic. I only like to talk to people who share my special interests. Okay, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
that's true.
I focus on details rather than the overall idea. No, never true. I always notice how food feels in my mouth. This is more important to me than how it tastes. Never true. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't get
Yeah,
that
I don't
either.
have the food sensory issues. Yeah.
Cutie does big time.
I do care about like texture and mouthfeel for sure to a certain degree, like, but that's only an amplifying factor for me.
Right.
It's never like, oh, I can't eat something because of the texture of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I just don't give a shit about that at all.
I don't have that either, unless it's like
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, taste is number one. Like taste is number one, number fucking one. What do you mean? That's why you can't deal with seafood? No, it's not the texture of the seafood that like grosses me out. It's the taste of it.
I miss my best friends or family when we were apart for a long time.
Ooh, I guess it's true. It's true now, and when I was young, yeah. Sometimes I had to think about it, where I was like,
Why did you have to think about it?
well,
so
because
much?
like because I'm just chilling. You know what I mean? I can just do this forever. Because if I have something that I'm like fixated on, I guess I could just do that and not give a shit
that's giving
about anything else.
right.
But I do definitely miss my best friends and family for sure.
Sometimes I offend others by saying what I am thinking, even if I don't mean to. There's one correct answer for this one for you.
Okay, that's ridiculous. Who amongst us has not offended others by saying what they're thinking? You do that.
Less than you, bitch.
Oh my God, you did it right now. You did it right now.
Way less
You
than
literally do it all the time. You do it more than I do. I have offended entire nations by often saying what I am thinking, such as, maybe about what America deserved in the past. I only like to think and talk about a few things that interest me. Okay, I think that's valid. I really cannot even fake being invested in shit that other people are interested in
See,
if I'm not interested in it.
That was rude.
What?
How you just said that.
What? How could you have said that? How would you wait? Reword that. And you're so edgy. Wait, what? I wasn't even. What am I? I'm not being edgy. What? I'd rather go out and eat in a restaurant by myself than with someone I know. What?
I could never.
That's insane.
I'm not brave enough. I'm too insecure to do that.
That's insane. I would rather eat by myself at home watching anime, but going out and eating, that is wild, okay? I cannot imagine what it would be like to be someone else. I can't imagine what it would be like to be someone else, I think.
Okay.
I have never been told that I'm clumsy or
I have.
I have been told that I am clumsy. Yes. Yes, true now and when I was young. What about you? Are you clumsy and uncoordinated?
I think so, really. It's to a compilation of all the times I've fallen. I really don't feel like I'm that clumsy of a person.
Okay. Others consider me odd or different. Go ahead, say it.
I do think that you're both odd and different from,
What
from
the
the
fuck?
other friends in my life.
I'm the most normal
Not
guy.
in a bad way.
I'm the most normal guy. Okay. To be fair, in comparison to the field that we're in, the answer to this, yes, is definitely true now and when I was young. Absolutely.
Okay. See,
But
I think mine would be like never true.
I'm just going to say this, okay? Yes, no, I don't think people consider you odd or different. I think you would be never true. I am true now and when I was young. However, in the field that we're in, I would say like infinitely more functioning than the average person.
Yes.
In the Twitch streaming space and in the content creation space broadly.
Yes.
I would say you are as well. Like we both, weirdly enough, do things that are non-traditional for the field that we're in that are ironically incredibly traditional in the normal world. Like being a political commentator is far more understandable to the average person than like, I don't know, fucking eating your toenails on camera while, streaming gambling or whatever. Like that's just the truth of the matter, right? Like 100%.
I understand when friends need to be comforted. You know what? Dude, I am so bad at comforting people.
Me too.
I don't know what to do when people cry.
Same. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to comfort people. I get so uncomfortable
Like, imagine you were crying right now. Hassan and I don't. No, we do hug at events sometimes.
Yes.
If I see you after a long time, I'll be like, Hassan. But like, if he was crying right now, like, what do I?
Yeah, I'd be like, no, I'm so bad. I'm so bad at that. Like,
I can't.
I don't know. Like, I'm definitely weird about death in general. Like when my family members pass away, I don't know how to like I don't know how to react to it.
Yeah.
Because it's just like
You say you tap the shoulder.
I say
you
sorry for your loss.
They're there.
Yeah, I say I'm so sorry for your loss. Like, is there anything
No.
I can do? But like, my heart is not in it. Because in my mind, I'm like, this is a normal part of this is a normal part of the cycle of life. That literally, I'm being so real right now. Whereas, like for me, it's like, yeah, this person passed away. If they pass away at an early age, like I'm like, well, that sucks because like they didn't go through the normal process.
Mhm.
But if someone like dies, like
old
my
age,
grandparents,
sure,
like when they passed away, I was like, yeah, of course they were like 90. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. Cutie, we talked about this on the podcast, so I feel like it's fine. Cutie cried with like streamer award stress this year, and she was sitting at her desk crying, and I was sitting behind her while she was crying. And it's stupid because when someone's crying, like nothing you can say is helpful. Like you're just like, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Like you're doing great. Like they don't want to. They're crying. So I brought her a roll of toilet paper, and I just sat there and didn't say anything.
That's what I wouldn't have even done that.
I just like plopped it on her desk and then walked away.
I panic where I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I just like don't know what the appropriate script is. You know what I mean?
You say, I feel you, brother.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I'm
They're
very
there.
Okay. I'm very sensitive to the way my clothes feel when I touch them. How they feel is more important than how they look. Yes and no.
I don't have that.
It's mostly no because like maybe it's because like all the shit that I own is it feels nice, but there are certain fabrics that like trigger the fuck out of me.
Dude, that's super autism.
But I like come on, like if it's like prickly, you wouldn't be annoyed. Like
I would be annoyed, but like the textural thing is a
I don't know. I just like I think that's not autistic to just be like to wear like but it's not. I feel like it's the type of thing that like frustrates everybody. You know what I mean? If you were wearing something that was like, itchy,
right.
That's what I mean.
That's one thing. I think like other random texture, if it's like uncomfortable and it hurts you, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I hate uncomfortable shit. So I don't think it's correct. Like I don't have an issue with like wearing anything really.
Okay.
Like, but
So this is what never true.
yeah. I like to copy the way certain people speak and act. It helps me appear more normal. Oh, dude. It was especially true when I was young. Oh my God. I don't think I do this intentionally now. I think that like I unintentionally copy speech mannerisms all the time with the way that I'm like with the people that I'm communicating with. But when I was young, it 100% was like that was absolutely the case.
What about all your like accents?
You
and
have
stuff?
TikTok speak? No, I don't. What did you say?
What about
Accents?
like all your accents that you copy all the time?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely true. And now when I was, it's true now and when I was young for sure.
It can be very intimidating to me. It can be very intimidating for me to talk to more than one person at the same time. That's a no.
It can be very intimidating for me to talk to one more. Yeah, no, that's never true. I like being the center of attention. Oops, arrest me. I have to act normal to please other people and make them like me. I mean, I know that I have to, but I don't do it.
Yeah, I don't think I do that.
So what do I do then?
I would say never true. I don't think you like intentionally put on a normal act.
Yeah. Meeting new people is usually easy for me. It's easy for me, but people say it's not. Like the reception of this question is confusing because like I think meeting new people is easy for me, but other people say that it is it definitely is a intimidating experience for them.
To meet you?
Yeah.
Nah.
This is you're definitely the unique odd man out in this situation. That's what other people have said. Austin constantly jokes about it and says that like
That people are scared to meet you.
yeah.
No, I don't think you're scary. I think you're just tall.
Oh, dude, Ken Leakenstein just hit me up. Okay. He's a journalist. Said thanks for the shout out with Stavi.
I'm so pissed
Mark
that I
said
missed Stavi again. Dude, this is the second
I have a
time
gift
it's
for
been
you.
like back-to-back days where I haven't seen him and I knew he was
I
here.
know, but I
and
have a gift for
freaking
you where
wanna
you
hang out
can
with him.
where you can have him
Oh.
with you at all times.
I have seen this.
Okay, don't show the back because
all
there's
over-
don't show the back of
minus-
it. You can show the front of it, but the back of it has more. So
Wow. I've seen this all over his Instagram. This is everything I dreamed of. Thank you.
yeah. Didn't Maya say she was intimidated by you at first? That's what I thought you have said before, but maybe she's lying now. She's just lying for attention. This is a cutie trait that she picked up.
I did not say that.
Cutie has bad
Were
habits.
you intimidated by me when you first met me?
No.
Are you
I'm
laughing?
I'm not intimidated by anyone when I meet them. Like that's not a thing.
Okay, man, whatever.
Well, but it's funny to think that. It was a little
I don't
intimidating.
remember meeting you, to be honest, though. I don't even know where we first met.
Yeah, I don't remember either. Maya isn't able to talk about it. Talk about if you are intimidating, she would be the what?
You should really pre-read before you read.
I know. I just like if people really need
It's
to.
kind of crazy that you can't skim before speaking.
I wasn't paying attention. It's stupid. Lena had you shaking. Quit lying. No. That is that actually I was gonna bring that up. That was specifically because like I have a task in mind in that situation where I'm like trying to make sure that I am maximizing like both the educational component there. I'm talking to the fucking commissioner of the FTC, and I want to like I have a goal there, and interviews are not my strong suit. So for me, interviews are not my strong suit. So for me in that situation, it's more so about like trying to make sure that this is like good content that's also educational, where I'm like potentially bringing out some new information, and it has nothing to do with it had nothing to do with like being intimidated to meet them.
This is an 80 question test, the ADH focus. Dude,
I know.
Hassan has 3 monitors, right? And he's got 4 chats. Imagine that.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's 2 on this monitor, 1 on this monitor, and 1 on the other one. And he has used all of them.
Yeah, that's how I keep
It's
track
pretty
of.
impressive.
That's how I keep track of everything. Meeting new people is usually easy for me. Yeah, I'm gonna say true now. And when I was young, I get highly because I get excited to meet new people.
Okay, that's
I get
nice.
highly confused when someone interrupts me when I'm talking about something I'm very interested in. Oh, yes. Yeah. It is difficult for me to understand how other people are feeling when we are talking. Yeah, I think so.
Interesting.
I like having a conversation with several people, for instance, around a dinner table, at school, or at work.
I don't like that shit.
I do like that.
I'll talk one person.
I take things too literally, so I often miss what people are. I hate to click true now and when I was young on this, but it's so fucking correct. It is so. Oh God. Oh my God.
This one, yeah, he just keeps clicking it. It's very difficult for me to understand when someone is embarrassed or jealous. True now and when I was young.
I think, yeah.
I'll be embarrassed by something, or I'll be like, I don't want to do that. That's too much. Or like, no, I'm scared. And it sounds like I don't. Like, why? Why? Because he doesn't feel shame.
Not. Yeah. I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. I don't really get it, but it's fine.
Me and Hassan at the zoo, and we're watching a presentation, and the kids are answering questions. Hassan is like 7 feet tall and is behind them, raising his hand, answering the questions out loud over the children. Hassan,
Food's
that's
here.
embarrassing. What do you mean? I know the answer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's also me trying to be like funny and make content. Like if we're being real.
Sure, buddy.
Some ordinary textures that do not bother others feel very offensive when they touch my skin. Never true. I get extremely upset that when the way I like to do things is suddenly oh, yes. This is the most like, this right here is the most important part of this. I feel like my entire life collapses if I do not abide by the strict schedule that I have. Okay? It's ironic because I've just joked about how like Twitch changed its layout and it doesn't bother me because I don't give a shit about that. But if in my life I have a very rigid routine, and if I do not abide by that routine and something fails in that process, it's just like, it bothers me.
So much so, by the way, that I can only text Hassan. I don't know if you've noticed this. Between the hours of 7 a.m. Pacific to 10 a.m. Pacific, or 9 p.m. Pacific to like 11 p.m.
Yes.
And he will not respond in the bulk of the day. And
Well, 'cause
so
I'm
if he
streaming.
doesn't respond and then he forgets, so then I have to text him again at like 7:30 a.m.
Because I'm streaming. But also like, I'll give you an example. Stavros put his clothes in my laundry machine, and my clothes were being cleaned by my mom.
Imagine your friend using your laundry
No,
machine.
I have no issue with that. If I wasn't already in the process of cycling my clothes, I would not have given a shit at all. Right. But in the back of my mind, I was like, what if his clothes get like, what if there's a mix up and I have his clothes? Like, it was like eating away at me. It was eating away. I mean, I'm cool, calm, and collected. Okay. As a cucumber. But in my mind, there was chaos. There was panic.
Wow. All right. I've never wanted or needed to have what other people call an intimate relationship.
Never true.
Or
okay. What about yourself then? The fuck? It is difficult for me to start and stop a conversation. I need to keep going until I finish. Oh yeah. I speak with a normal rhythm. I think so.
yeah, I don't think you talk like really fast, really slow.
Yeah. That's the Ben Shapiro question. The same sound, color, or texture can suddenly change from very sensitive to very dull. I don't know what that even fucking means. Wait, what? You only talk fast when you're reading? Wait, why are people saying you pause a lot? What?
Maybe it's because he has 4 chats up.
Yeah, you change talking speeds like crazy. What do you mean? You talk fast as fucking Turkish, bro? Okay, dude, that's a different language. I'm sorry, it sounds like that to you. The phrase, I've got you under my skin, makes me uncomfortable. Never true. I don't know what that even means. Like, I don't know why that would make me uncomfortable. Sometimes the sound of a word or a high-pitched noise can be painful to my ears. Not really. A high-pitched noise can, but not the sound of a word.
Yeah.
That's
They're not
silly.
talking about like 130 decibel sounds. They're talking about like normal sounds that
Like-
wouldn't bother other people.
Like
Bother you.
I pick up on high-pitched noises like if there's an audio issue. Moist doesn't do it for me. Like, I don't give a shit. I don't really understand that. I am an understanding type of person. I think so.
Yeah.
I do not connect with characters in movies and cannot feel. Oh, yes. This is massive. I literally cannot comprehend this. And I unironically, I can't understand it. And I don't get it. Like, I don't get how other people, I do not connect at all. Like, not even a little bit.
Not even if they're real people, like actors.
Yeah, not even actors. No.
I cannot tell when someone is flirting with me. I don't know about when you were young, but it's true now.
Oh, I can see in my mind the exact detail things that I'm interested in. Oh, I can see in my mind in exact detail the things that I'm interested in. Not really. Maybe when I was younger. I keep lists of things that interest me even when they have no practical use. For example, sports statistics, training schedule. Okay, that's normal. That's a normal thing to have. You never know when you can use it.
Doesn't take the train. He's like, it gets here at 3 o'clock.
That's a very normal thing, and it's not train schedules, but like. What do
you keep? What do you mean?
You never know. Like, I have, I have notes app related things in my phone.
Like what? What's in your notes app?
Like I write things down. You know what I mean? Like I will write like sometimes if I have like so when I'm dreaming, sometimes I'm debating in my dreams. And this might be a little weird. And if I have like a banger line, I'll like wake up and if I remember it, I will put it in my notes app. Or if I have a good idea, like here, this one is DEI stream teaching streamers equity.
That's a good note.
I thought like it would be funny content if I got like a bunch of streamers and then hired like a DEI trainer to teach them.
That is a good idea.
Yeah. See, thank you.
Swap notes apps with me.
Okay. No.
Oh, he's scared.
I'm a little
What, your
worried.
train schedule is a little risque?
No, I'm not. But yeah, it's just
Yeah, this is exactly TikToks.
TikTok on Croatian meat.
Okay, it's a whole Okay,
TikTok
there's
on
two-
Janissaries.
Why not just like save the TikTok in the app? It's just a notes app that says TikTok on
No,
Croatian
it was
meat.
about a TikTok that I wanted to make, which I did. I did make it. I made a TikTok about how like there's not enough meat on the island that I was on. I don't know what TikTok on Janissaries was. Oh, I guess I wanted to LARP as a Janissary overtaking Croatia.
Wow.
A
lot of it is just like notes for stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Sourdough bread.
Wait, what the fuck? And then it just says panna cotta. I don't even know what that was.
It's the heading like in bold is sourdough bread, and the body text that's smaller and not bolded says panna cotta.
Yeah.
He was just a little hungry.
Yeah, they're
That's
just like
fine.
segments and topics, okay? And things I need to do.
Nice.
Okay. And then lists of there's this too. Just lists of workouts.
Gym workouts.
Okay.
Reps.
But that's good. That's like important to have that on your phone. You never know when you might need it. Like if you want to switch things around a little bit. If you want to switch things around and you want to do a different workout. Also, the food is here. Let's just, the food's here. Okay, hold on. Let me go grab that.
Alveus Sanctuary. Animal rescue, animal sanctuary in Austin, Texas. We rescue animals from all over the country. We do conservation education. Twitch Together for Good's happening right now. You can donate $5, $25, or $50 and get a special badge next to your username only for the next couple days. Go check it out. Thank you. Also, go follow the channel or else.
I am going to do something here that other people would consider to be a hyperfixation or autistic, but I think it's normal and healthy. I'm going to be weighing the chicken that I'm eating.
I do think it's weird as hell that you do that. I guess if you're like a gym rat, that's a thing that people
I need
do.
to make sure that I'm getting enough protein in my diet. I'm sorry that offends your sensibilities.
My empanada.
I hope it's good. I have doubts that it is.
Empanada.
All right. Out of here. Okay. I also collect the utensils that they send me instead of throwing them out because I think it's bad for the environment.
Bye.
Okay. Where were we? I keep lists of things that interest me even when they have no practical use. For example, sports statistics. Okay, that's, true now and when I was young, but there's nothing that doesn't mean anything. Everybody does that. And I think it's crazy that people, wait, what the fuck? Why is this like, what is happening?
It's okay, Hassan.
No, my
Just 'cause
mouse is
something
broken.
changed. It's okay, buddy.
No, my
It'll be
mouse
okay.
is not
Something
scrolling.
changed. He wasn't ready for it, and it's really stressing him out.
No, my mouse is broken. What the fuck? Why is it like, no, the keyboard is not stuck, chat. It's just, what? Why did I hit escape and then it went to task manager? Wait, what the fuck? No, it's literally not scrolling. No, it scrolls on here. Yeah, what? Click off the tab. Look, it just like auto selects. Press the shift key or it's a bug. What is happening? Your shift key is stuck?
Chat's crashing the site because they're all taking the test for themselves.
Oh, I think I fixed it. Okay. When I feel overwhelmed by my senses, I have to isolate myself and shut them down. Yes. I like to talk things over with my friends. Not really. I guess somewhat.
I'm a big time verbal processor. I say the same thing 4 different times to 4 different people.
I cannot tell if someone is interested in bored or what I'm saying. Yes. It can be very hard to read someone's face, hand, body. Yes. The same thing like clothes or temperatures can feel very different to me at times. What? No. I feel very comfortable with dating or being in social situations with others. Yes. I try to be as helpful as I can when other people tell me their personal. Yes. Do you agree with that? I think it's a problem, but for me, I'm always trying to like immediately trouble fix. And I think that pisses people off. Like sometimes people don't want. One thing I've learned in my experience, like in relationships and whatnot, is that sometimes people don't want a solution. They just want to be heard.
Hassan learns about women 101.
Yeah. And actually, it's not even sometimes, a lot of times people just want to be heard. So when people tell me their problems, like I'm like, okay, what are the logical steps of action to take here to fix this immediate problem? And I don't know if that's just me being a man, being a, disgusting men. But I don't understand it. Like, I truly don't get why people are like, you're telling me this thing that's bothering you, but you don't want me to like give you a solution. Like, why are you fucking telling me this then?
Hassan, that was mean.
Well, I just don't get it.
You just said you understand some people just want to be heard.
I know, but
So
it just
don't-
like, it bothers me a
It
little
shouldn't
bit.
bother you. You're their friend, and they're explaining to you what they're upset about. They
and
just want to
still-
talk about it.
I can't help it. Like, I can't help it. I must help.
Men. All right.
I fake it. Like, I try to fake it, but it's like, it bothers me because I can't even fake it. And I'm like white knuckling through the process where I'm like, well, there's a solution. We can find a solution. Oh, but you don't want to hear it. You don't want a solution. It seems, I don't know what to do. Like, that's like how I feel sometimes.
Weighing looking like, buddy.
16.93 ounces, a whole pound of grilled chicken.
Scale. So let me show them the scale.
Oh, they know. They see it every day.
Oh.
I'm busted out.
I have a really, really, really long overdue apology to issue to you.
Oh, wait, what? Really? I love that.
You remember a really, really long time ago?
Yeah.
When I was on Nick's stream and we were doing a tier list of funny streamers, and I put you in F tier.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, he is not funny.
Yeah.
Because the reason that I did that is because I thought I did that because I thought it wasn't your thing to be funny. I was like, what? He doesn't try to be funny. Like, he's not funny. It's not his thing. Like, that's not what he does. But I also didn't watch your streams at all back then. I would move you up in that tier list.
What would you move me up to?
I don't know if you want to know the answer to that, but like
I do.
I wouldn't put you in the bottom anymore.
What would you put me at?
And
Where would you put me?
I don't know. Like a
A?
like a C.
Like A tier? Like maybe like a S?
No.
What?
Like a C maybe. And the only reason I put you in the low one is because I was like, he doesn't try to be funny. And now that I know you do try to be funny sometimes, you can be sort of funny sometimes, but not like really funny. I felt bad about it after because everyone was so shocked by that rating. This was years ago.
I'm funny.
I didn't need to make this apology.
I can be funny. Yeah. Funny looking.
That was funny, Hassan. That was good.
High five. That's weak. Okay. I've been told that I have an unusual voice. For example, flat, monotone, childish, or high pitched.
I don't think you have an unusual voice.
I don't think so either. Everyone is saying yes, but I don't think so.
I don't think you do.
Yeah. Laura Ingram said that. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes a thought or a subject gets stuck in my mind and I have to talk about it, even if no one is. Okay.
Chad's like, move on. Hassan keeps yapping for a fucking hour and a half.
I do certain things with my hands over and over again, like flapping, twirling sticks, strings, waving things by my eyes. Do I?
I have a fidget cube when I'm streaming. People don't usually know that.
Yeah,
if I'm at my desktop,
I definitely play with shit
I got
like
a fidget
that's
cube.
on that's here. And I also bite my nails, so yeah, that like crazy. True now and when I was young. I literally popped my stress balloon, like my stress ball, and got jizzed on by it. I've never been interested in what most of the people I know consider interesting. I think that's kind of true.
I think that's more than kind of true.
I thought it was like fucked up when I was younger. I literally thought I had a significant disability when I was younger because I could not comprehend why people loved like musicians or sports figures so much so that they had posters of them on their walls and shit. And I literally was like, there's something wrong with me, I think. So I would try to fake it. But even then I couldn't fake it. Are you looking around to see if there's a poster of like,
I was just thinking about the Bernie cutout.
yeah, I mean, that's different,
right?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, it's a set design.
Oh.
But also even then, like, I do love LeBron, but I think it's valid. And I still don't have a fucking poster of LeBron. I'm considered a compassionate type of person. I think so, but I don't know. Would you say? I'm gonna say true only now. I get along with other people by following a set of specific rules that help me look normal. I don't think I do that well enough, but I try to a certain degree, but I don't know. I don't know how to answer this. Never true. It is very difficult for me to work and function in groups. I don't think so. What do you think?
I like being your friend, but I would hate to be in a group project with you.
Okay, never true. When I am talking to someone, it is hard to change the subject. If the other person does so, I can get very upset and confused. There's a lot of this. I don't know why. There's a lot of this shit. Sometimes I have to cover my ears to block out painful noises like vacuum cleaners. No.
Dude, I hate vacuum clean. I hate white noise. I hate
Okay, well,
fans.
you're autistic, so we know that already. I can chat and make small talk with people. Sometimes things that should feel painful or not. For instance, when I hurt myself or burn my hand on the stove. What? I mean, I guess like when I've had like serious, you yell at Murad all the time. Yeah, that's different. You're talking about a guy while I'm streaming and trying to focus using industrial power tools in my garage with the fucking door open. There's a difference between that and like the vacuum cleaner. Okay. I never true. When talking to someone, I have a hard time telling when it is my hurt to talk. Yeah. I'm considered a loner by those who know me best. Never true. I usually speak in a normal tone. I think so.
I think you're a little loud.
Okay, never true. I like things to be exactly the same. This is the most me thing. Holy fuck. Okay. Oh my God. How to make friends and socialize a mystery to me? No. It calms me to spin around or to rock in a chair when I'm feeling stressed. Who doesn't fucking calm down when they're rocking on it? That's normal.
I don't rock in
That's normal. It like feels good.
my Okay.
No? That's weird. It's normal. I think people are being weird. You're the weird ones. The phrase he wears his heart on his sleeve does not make sense to me. Like I know what it means, but like I don't understand. I can't conceptualize it.
What do you mean?
But I know what it means. He wears his heart on his sleeve. It's like he's an honest guy. Like he's.
What do you mean you can't conceptualize that? Like you don't.
Just I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Like I understand. Hassan is lying at this point. Wait, what? No. I
You
guess
made him very upset.
Bro is not capable of abstract thought. Yeah, I agree. I don't. I am not capable of it. Okay, you know what? It does make sense to me.
Okay. Never true.
Yeah. If I'm in a place where there are many smells, textures to feel, or noise or bright lights, I feel anxious or frightened. No.
Hassan has never felt frightened in his life.
I can tell when someone says, I'm playing scary games. I get very frightened.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but other than that, not in like real life situations.
I can tell when someone says one thing but means something else.
Never. No.
Yeah, you would be so bad at that.
I like to be by myself as much as I can.
Are you upset? I'm fine. Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, no, that's true. I keep my thoughts stacked in my memory like they are on filing cards. I pick out the ones I need by looking through the stack and finding the right one, or another unique way. Wait, what?
Like you have a way of organizing your memories in your brain.
Isn't that how everybody operates?
No.
I feel like that's just the way you use memory.
No, I don't have a system for that. They just come up when they come up.
What? I feel like normal people don't mind Palace. No, that's normal. That's just called thoughts. What? I keep my thoughts stacked in my memory like they are on filing cards. I pick out the ones I need by looking through the stack and finding the right one. I don't know. I don't. Maybe I'm not understanding the question because like I don't have like a library in my head. I don't think, but like I can do decent recall or hit like stats in a normal range.
Bro is incapable of abstract thought.
You know what? I'm gonna say never true. The same sound sometimes seems very loud or very soft, even though it has not changed. No. Oh wait, actually, it was true when I was younger than 16. I enjoy spending time eating and talking with my family and friends.
He's gonna say I like eating.
No, I think this this is wrong. I like social eating, but I would rather watch a show by myself while eating than like talking to my family or friends. Like I sometimes get annoyed when I'm eating and they want to like when they talk to me, but I don't know. You know what? Never true. I can tolerate things I dislike, like smells, textures, sounds, or colors. Wait, what?
I can't tolerate things I dislike.
I can't tolerate
Like,
things
you
I
can't take it.
Yeah, I can. I don't really. I don't like to be hugged or held. Yeah. I mean, it's not my favorite. I'll hug people, but I don't like to be restrained in any way.
Rob me.
No, literally. I just
Don't touch me.
I don't like it, especially if I have to do something and like I'm getting restrained in some capacity. I fucking hate it.
Interesting.
When I go somewhere, I have to follow a familiar route or get very confused and upset.
Oh,
yes.
yeah, me.
It is difficult to figure out what other people expect of me. Okay, fair. I like to have close friends. Yes. People tell me that I give too much detail. Do I give too much detail?
Yes.
Wait, what? What does that mean?
Yes.
Bro called a hug restraint? Yes. Yes. I am mission oriented. I am very goal oriented. Okay. And when I am trying to achieve and accomplish a goal and someone is hugging me, that is a restraint. That is a restraint. You are stopping me. You have become a physical hurdle in my life. I am often told that I ask embarrassing questions.
Hey, I tend to point out other people's mistakes. Chat, you heard that one. Before you score this test, my understanding is that 60 to 65 or higher, you're probably on the spectrum somewhere. And anything below that, you're probably not.
I'm going to be below it. I know it.
Oh my God. Hassan, I got 35.
What does that mean?
Oh God. That
Did I ace the test? No,
is
dude.
such a
I'm
high
not.
score.
I'm not autistic. I'm not.
That
it's
is
not.
so-
It's just like that's so dumb that
There were like 4 other people that took the test with me. There was only one other person that he scored 117. It was the highest I saw in that test.
how autistic were they?
Well, none of us have diagnosed autism.
I don't think that's no.
I got 35.
But look at my social relatedness subtotal. What does that mean?
I don't know. Someone said, welcome, brother.
25, you're not autistic. Some autistic traits, but likely not autistic. Yet some autistic people score as low as 44. The minimum
65,
score.
the minimum score.
Stronger indications of autism, although non-autistics may score as high. The
Whoa.
mean score of autistic people, strong evidence for autism. See, I'm right. I'm not there. I'm not there. It says stronger indications of autism, although non-autistics may score as high for 90 to 130.
Wow.
I think everyone is silly for saying that I have autism. If I was 160, that'd be different. Very strong evidence for autism. The maximum score autistic people acquired in Ritvo's seminal paper is 227. This is what RFK Jr. considers what was it? Super autistic? Full-blown autism.
Wow. I'm actually surprised.
Statements per subscales. Yeah, this is too hard. Recommended autism spectrum quotient. It's because I got vaccinated, dude. That's what it is.
Okay.
220 is the average for WoW streamers. True.
You should go get tested.
I just did.
No,
it's fine.
but no.
I don't need to get tested any further. It's all good. I don't have autism.
Tell us how you make a sandwich.
Some psych person in the chat recommended you do the cat Q test next. What's that? Okay, I got 88 and I always thought I was adjacent. You aced that shit. You know, there's a ton of overlap between autism and ADHD. Yeah, I am diagnosed with ADHD.
Hassan, tell us how you...
What? That's fucked up. That's so funny. You guys are so stupid. That's Jacksepticeye's tweet.
Tell us how you make a sandwich.
What do you mean?
Do you
Like
have a, like, special
step by
way of making a
step?
sandwich?
Yeah, I make a breakfast sandwich pretty much every night, especially
Every night?
Yeah, if I'm not, unless I'm on a deficit day, or if I'm feeling like really tired, so I'll just like eat protein snacks instead, supplements instead. But what I do is I'll take the eggs out, okay, place it gently alongside a sliced cheese that I've acquired ahead of time. Right now I've been cooking with some Jack, like what is it, like the one that has like the cow pattern?
Pepper jack?
Pepper jack,
Or just
maybe?
Jack cheese?
Or is it just Jack cheese?
Is
I don't
that
know.
Jack cheese?
Okay.
Cow pattern? Colby Jack.
Colby Jack. Thank you. I also have my secret sauce, which is Chick-fil-A sauce.
Ew.
No, it's fucking really good. And I also have sliced meats as well, turkey or ham. I like to change it up. You know,
Oh,
not very,
brave of you.
not very, not very strict regimen there, huh? Okay. I put that on the
He's
side.
crazy, guys.
I first put the 2-slice low-calorie bread in the toaster. I have it down to an exact science to maximize my efficiency and to limit the amount of time that I have that I'm spending cooking it, because I'm hungry at that point and I want to eat it as quickly as possible.
Okay.
So I put it in the toaster. I've already turned on the heat on the pan. I spray it with 0-calorie olive oil spray, and then I crack the 2 eggs. Okay. By the time the toaster toasts the 2 pieces of toast, it's time to usually flip the eggs as well, because I hit it with the heat on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
I then toss the sliced meats into the pan as well on the side, just to get them a little warm as well. I take the fucking bread out of the toaster, put it on a plate, put it next to the fucking pan. Then, and this part is very important. This is a very, very important part. Okay. A lot of people don't understand. I take the first sunny side up, like double fried egg, and I place it gently on the bread. Okay. The one that I take first is the one that has been frying for longer, because you can't, crack the eggs at the same time. So then
The world would
I
end if
take
you
the
did that,
slice,
by
I
the
take the
way.
slice of cheese and I place it on top of the first egg. And then I take the second egg and I place it on top of the slice of cheese.
So
this
the
way,
cheese melts
yes,
in between the
you
eggs.
get it. And then I put the meats on it, and then spray it with the Chick-fil-A sauce on the other side of the toast, slam it together,
Okay.
and I have a protein shake on the side.
So, and Hassan, what would happen
What?
if one day you opened your fridge and you were out of cheese?
Oh, devastating. The worst day of my life. It has happened before. I shudder when thinking about such awful things.
Huh.
Why did you ask me this question?
I'm just wondering.
What are you doing? Are you psychoanalyzing me?
No. I think it's good to have a routine. I think it's good that you found something that
My autistic sibling makes breakfast sandwich. Okay. Like what? Just because your autistic sibling has good taste doesn't mean that like we're both autistic. Okay. Everybody calm down. But yeah, no, if I didn't have cheese, it's devastating. It's happened before. Like I'm still thinking about that moment. Yeah. And then you're like, I was really looking forward to that, but now I can't have it. So I have to like figure something else out.
Well, I'm glad that you found routines that work for you. For the record, I think it's cool if you do have autism, and you probably do. And I think a lot more of us have autism than we realize. Definitely more than is diagnosed, especially in women. And I think it's sick.
Yeah, it's people still don't know how to accurately diagnose autism in women. I think like the way they diagnose it is if you have like an animal conservation and you love animals a lot and
you're really fixated on something
Yeah.
weird that nobody else likes, like bugs.
Yeah, that's a clear cut indicator. That's as clear cut of an indicator as it gets, I think.
Autism is a huge spectrum.
Yeah.
Hassan might be really far along on that spectrum,
Okay,
but most of us in the chat today, including myself, are on it somewhere.
That's not. Yeah, no, I'm on the far left of it, non-autistic side.
Okay.
That's the side of the spectrum I'm on.
We were supposed to do the Streamer Awards Fit tier list, but we did this instead. What'd you guys think?
I think it was a banger.
What'd you think? Did you guys learn a lot today? Having a good time?
They're saying W.
W.
The reason why I wanted to do this instead, one, because it was going to be good content. Two, I thought that it would be rough doing the fit tier list because like you're not going to be mean and you're going to give everyone.
And I also know nothing about fashion.
Yeah.
And
you're going to give everybody A tier.
Any woman, go tier.
And that's me too.
Any woman.
That's how I am. I think all women deserve S tier. So yeah. Wait, when are you leaving?
2:00.
It's literally 2:00. Are you about to call an Uber?
Connor eats pants.
Oh, really? Wait, what? He's giving you a ride to the airport?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Is that crazy, Hassan?
Yeah, it is actually crazy. Like low key, but high key. My wife has a PhD and this is one of her areas of expertise, and she didn't realize I was autistic until after we were married. Damn, that's good masking right there, King. Good job. Damn, bro's doing Uber now. What a fall off. Yeah. Fortnite Friday didn't work. So now he's doing Uber.
I love Fortnite Night Friday. See, that's not crazy. That's what friends do. That is so true. Streamers, yeah. Friends
No.
do drive each other to the airport.
No, that
Yes,
is
they do.
no. LAX is different. That's why.
No.
No, it 100% is. LAX is such like the 10th layer of hell that it is literally like it's a meta where people are just like, that's crazy. Like, I don't know a single person that still to this day, I don't want people to pick me up from LAX on purpose. Like
I hate LAX.
when someone will be like, oh, can you I can come pick you up, I'll be like, fuck no, don't do it, because calling an Uber is literally faster than having to like time it.
Calling an Uber at LAX sucks. You have to take a shuttle to the Uber
No,
lot.
you gotta do Uber Black.
Okay,
You gotta
rich
take the
guy.
L. You gotta take the L on that for sure.
If you order a really expensive Uber, it'll pick you up directly from the airport. But if you get a normal ass Uber, here's what I do. You want to hear the cheapest thing that I do? You go to LAX and you get in a shuttle to go to the Uber lot. And then because the prices are super jacked up in the Uber lot because it's so packed in the Uber lot, you take a little walkie. You go like half a mile, you walk to the hotel and you pretend like you're getting picked up
I'll
from
do
the
you one
hotel.
better. Get on one of the car services that go directly to the rental car parking lots. That's what I used to do back in the day.
Smart.
I would get on back when I was a broke boy, I would get on like the car rental shuttles, and then that takes you directly outside of the airport where you can call an Uber for a normal price.
Yep. Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. Guys, Connor Eats Pants is on his way to pick me up. My last shout out is Alveus Sanctuary. Is an animal rescue. We rescue animals from around the country. It's an animal sanctuary in Austin, Texas. Hassan has been there several times. He loves it. And we do conservation education online. Thank you so much for linking it. It is Twitch Together for Good is happening right now. So up until I think it's the 15th. So you only have a couple days. If you donate $5 or $25 or $50 to a Twitch charity, which Alveus is a Twitch charity, you get a very, very special badge next to your name. But it only happens once a year, and it's right now. You can see like Phyllis has, I'm sorry if I just said your name wrong, has the badge. It's like a little heart. It's very cute.
It's Fizz.
Phyllis. I thought there was an L in there.
Phyllis is incredible. Like an old woman.
So you can get a badge if you want, and you can donate to Alveus as your Twitch charity. Thank you guys for donating there, and thank you for following that channel. I really appreciate it. You can watch the animals all day. We're live 24/7. Live cams. Great second monitor stream while you're watching Hassan spew and be really pissed at a chatter for however long. You can have a little fox taking a little nappy on the screen on your other screen.
Hell yeah.
How nice. Thank you for having me, everybody.
What the fuck does that even mean? When I say Alveus on me till I'm sanctuary. Alveus on me till I'm a sanctuary? What does that even mean? Lavender demon girly? What the hell does that even mean?
I like that.
Oh, you just said that because it's a girl.
I did. Yeah.
God, you are such a girl's girl.
I am such a woman
What's
lover.
a pick me, but in the opposite direction?
A woman lover.
Yeah. Look at me. Whine about it. Cringe.
He's so jealous. It's actually really sad.
Yeah. Oh, you don't even fucking know. You know what? I was pissed, even though it was for a valid reason that Cutie didn't do the post streamer award stream, and then she did it with you instead.
Yeah.
I was fucking pissed.
Check out Cutie's thoughts on the Streamer Awards on our next episode of Wine About It.
No, don't check it out.
Check out Alveus Sanctuary. Thank you for having me, everybody.
Also, you have been probably the most requested guest for Fear End.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
for Fear End.
Yeah.
I'll do Fear End.
Can't do it now. You're leaving.
Yeah, I gotta go, but another day.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Next time.
Sorry I didn't bring you any fun animal facts. I didn't have time to prepare this.
No,
time.
it's all good.
Next time.
I'll text you about the other thing. Okay. Oh, he's here. Your Uber's here. Oh, this is a good person to ask about autism. Yo, Connor, get in here real quick. Have you ever done a RADS-R test?
Oh yeah, so like see if you have like whatever.
What was your score?
I don't remember what my score was, but they had me take it when I was younger.
Yeah. Like
Yes,
was
I
it
passed.
autistic?
Yeah. At the time, I guess it was Asperger's, but now it's just like a spectrum.
Apparently. Well, apparently 65 is the minimum for autism.
Are you
And
questioning if you have
this is-
autism?
This is what I got.
Yeah,
but-
no, we know.
No, that's not. It's not. It's listen. 130 is like you're definitely autistic. So I'm just right under it. So that means I'm definitely not. That's how that works,
there?
right?
I mean,
it's a binary.
Yeah.
It's a binary. Where
Like
it's
if you were getting drafted, you could, and they were worried, like maybe not. Like you could be like, well, I'm under 130.
let's just say they put me in the maps division, I think.
Yeah.
If I was getting drafted, they'd be like, you should do the map stuff.
I haven't been on this stream in a minute. I gotta come back. I live here. There's no reason for me not to.
I know. Bro, 127 rounds up to 130, you are autistic? No, that's not. You're wrong. It's binary. It's like if you're not 130, you're just not autistic. That's what they say.
You can be non-binary and autistic too.
Yeah. Many are.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I'll see you guys January 6th.
all right. Are you guys leaving?
Yeah, she's gonna
Okay.
go.
Oh yeah, she just got groomed.
Wow. You're
Yeah.
that dad.
Yeah, I groomed her to being gay. I groomed her into being gay and autistic. I gave her I got her vaccinated too.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, the Zins. Yeah, I got a lot. Connor, you're a good friend for driving my. It's too much, I think. But
What is up?
I like the
got nothing to do.
glasses. Hi, everybody. I'm here still. I don't know why I'm saying fucking bye. We got so much more to cover today. How do you sleep at night? What do you mean? Like a goddamn baby, dude. What the fuck kind of question is that? I sleep so well, dude. I'm farting the whole way, you know? I'm farting the whole dang night. What is this? I thought you would like this.
Luigi,
The
CEO
Italian
of
mob
United?
right now.
We said, Luigi, you're telling me you act the CEO of United? We said whack CEO United, the head of the fucking Japanese mafia. What the fuck have you done, Luigi? Just fucking Christ.
Do you realize what you've done, Luigi? Wait, why is there so much wind? Are you calling me on a city bike right now?
Bro, what the fuck are you giggling about?
You said a cute hostel worker complimented his smile?
Luigi, I swear to God, if you took off your mask, your nephew's a goddamn idiot.
And apparently a icon. Not a bad day for the Mangione.
He says he escaped to the woods.
Oh, thank God. Huh?
Wait, why do we hear a horse and carriage? He's in fucking Central Park.
Luigi, come on! All right, just relax. We left you an escape plan in your backpack. You ditched that in Central Park.
You thought they were gonna identify you by your backpack, but not when you give your name to the restart?
Luigi, come on, man!
I mean, look at this. My nephew looks just like me. I'm gonna get laid from
Don't
this.
flatter yourself. As long as he stays put in the safe house, he'll be all right.
Bad news, he got caught.
No!
Good news, the McRib is back.
That was good. The new Scorsese movie about to be crazy. True. All right. Let's get back into the news. All right. At least there's one W for the FTC, despite the fact that Lena Khan is being replaced, and that is the Albertsons merger with Kroger. The judge has temporarily blocked the deal, siding with the FTC. I gotta pee.
In this morning's Money Watch, a proposed mega merger between two of America's largest supermarket chains has been blocked by the courts. Kroger had agreed to buy Albertsons for around $25 billion, but a pair of judges blocked the plan yesterday. And this morning, Albertsons says the deal is dead. It's off, accusing Kroger of failing to overcome government objections. Money Watch correspondent Kelly O'Grady is with us now. Kelly, what happened here?
Well, good morning to you. So, look, we all care about our grocery prices, right? Kroger and Albertsons argued the proposed deal, which would have been the largest supermarket merger in history, is good for consumers. Now, the two companies promised to pay for price cuts through expected cost savings. They also argued it would expand customer choice by better equipping their stores to compete with giants like Walmart, Costco, Amazon. But a federal judge in Oregon chose to temporarily block the deal, siding with the Federal Trade Commission, 8 states, and the District of Columbia. All of them argued the merger would reduce competition and worsen inflation. They also said it would hurt employees since the two companies would no longer be competing for labor. Now, in a separate case, a judge in Washington state came to a similar conclusion, this time permanently barring the merger. And remember, Kroger, Albertsons, they each operate more than 2,000 stores across 30-plus states and control other chains like King Soopers and Safeway. The FTC said in a statement the win protects competition in the grocery market. Albertsons warned it might have to lay off workers and even close stores, though, with no deals.
All right, Kelly, thank you.
We are just learning fingerprint comparisons made between prints collected at the scene of the Brian Thompson murder compared with prints taken in the arrest process of Luigi Mangione show a positive match. Two law enforcement officials briefed on the matter have just confirmed to CNN. We're going to have more on that in just a moment. Also, this
It could be anybody. Hey, a total coincidence. Wrong place, wrong time. Everybody calm the fuck down. It's really fucked up. Free my boy Luigi.
Our Mangione is still
what
behind
the fuck
bars
are you
after a judge denied him bail. Before his court appearance, that was yesterday, he
had gloves? No, dude, he wasn't wearing gloves. No, he quite literally was not wearing gloves. Some of you guys are. I can't tell if some of you guys are like memeing. They showed your edits on Fox last night. That's amazing.
yelled and struggled against officers once he turned and saw that the media was standing outside the courthouse. And police now say a notebook that they found on him has a so-called to-do list in it from before the killing, as well as a reported reference to deciding not to use a bomb to target the victim so he would...
Bro, this guy literally is a go-getter. Like, I can't believe we are yelling at people now for being go-getters. Like, he's a real type A personality, dude. What? I mean, look, why did he write that? Okay, first of all, I think we just had a conversation about how it's not weird to have notes like that on your notes app, on your phone. So I think, you know, to each their own, okay? To each their own. I think you got to fucking cool it a little bit with whatever people decide to write in their fucking notes app. All right?
Not, quote unquote, kill innocents. Also new this morning, disturbing video of what appears to be wanted posters popping up around New York City for other health executives. All of this as the suspect's lawyer is now speaking out about offers they say they've received to pay from outside to pay for his legal fees.
Obviously, my client appreciates the support that he has, but I don't know. I just, I'd have to look in, but it just doesn't sit right with me, really. The Supreme Court says, you know, all these rich billionaires can give all kind of money to candidates, and that's free speech. So maybe these people are exercising their right to free speech and saying that's the way they're supporting my client.
Joining us right now, CNN Chief Law Enforcement and Intelligence Analyst John Miller, CNN Law Enforcement Contributor Steve Moore, also here with me. John, this is your new reporting, and this is a big deal. This is the first positive forensic match that we know of. Walk us through what you've learned.
So, fingerprints collected at the scene of the Thompson murder from a plastic water bottle, from a discarded cell phone, the so-called burner phone, have now been compared against the arrest fingerprints taken by police in Altoona of the suspect, and yesterday they were able to make a match to the prints that they collected at the scene. Not a surprise in some regard, in that they had an individual allegedly with a gun and a silencer and a mask and those things, but it is the first scientific forensic match that joins the growing pile of circumstantial evidence that they can say, well, how else would it be someone if that fingerprint is here and he's there with that gun and so on. Now, there's more, which is DNA evidence still pending, ballistic tests still pending. Part of that is because the gun was recovered in Pennsylvania. To match that to be the same gun, they would have to obtain it, fire it, test it, compare the shell casings and the bullets. But this is a big deal.
It is a big deal because, you know, to this point, that could be one of the things that you could hear from the suspect's attorney saying, you don't know if this is the guy. This wasn't me. We talked about this, right? Like, you could say this isn't me. There's a guy with a mask and this, whatever. But this is.
I think there's something really funny about blurring the faces on the wanted posters of just like CEOs. It's publicly available information. Yeah, just fucking go online. You can figure it out, okay? I know they're trying to delete this information. They're trying to delete the web pages where you can see like the corporate executives of publicly owned companies. But for the time being, you can just straight up see where it is. Now, why are they this worried about the safety and security of the CEOs? If it's just a couple weirdos online that would never feel this way in public, why are they that worried about showing the faces of fucking public CEOs? It's so strange. Elizabeth Warren actually a pretty solid quote here on this. But yeah,
scientific connection, forensic connection between the two. Talk to me more about ballistics. Is it just a logistical kind of obstacle that needs to be overcome in order to get confirmation or not that the ballistics match? Do you think, or?
You know, the gun is actually the charge that they are holding him on in Pennsylvania. So that evidence needs to stay with him because, you know, they are the ones who have him in custody, and he has not waived extradition, which basically says, I'm not going to New York, where they would then turn over all that evidence to New York City and then have them do those tests. But they understand, you know, they are in it for the long game. They don't need to know that tomorrow or the next day. And it gives them more time to do the background investigation they're still doing, which includes mundane things, but very necessary things like completing the video canvas, tightening up that map where they can show a picture of him almost through every step of his New York journey.
I want to get to more of that, but Steve, let me bring you in on this. Just the importance of what
creeps. That's creepy. You don't have to do that. You should stop doing that right now. That's creepy. You know what I mean? That's just weird, man. That's weirdo behavior. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Ew. There's a word for that. It's illegal. It's called stalking. Okay? It's called stalking, chat. Is he gonna get the life sentence? Bro, they're gonna throw the book at this motherfucker at this point. Okay? I'll just say it like this. There are a lot of conspiracies running rampant right now with like 285, the number. And as you guys know, I think like recognizing numerical patterns is a telltale sign of schizophrenia. I will say personally, or 286, sorry, not 285. I will say a lot of people are crazy. And that's it.
What John Miller has learned about this fingerprint match.
Yeah, as we've learned, something can look like a slam dunk case, but a lawyer can find niches or cracks in any kind of strong case. And what they're doing now is filling up the cracks. They're eliminated any doubt before they go to trial that this is the person who committed this crime. He's already fighting. He's already shown what he's going to do. He's going to fight every single motion, even a perfunctory extradition motion. So he isn't.
This is such a strange thing to say, by the way, because like, yeah, no shit. Yeah, you should. Everyone should. Like, I don't understand this idea. Like, even if you're fucking dead to rights, even if they got you dead to rights, you still should. Why wouldn't you? The entire system is designed to allow you to get off on process. Like, that's the job of a lawyer. Yeah, it's called exercising your fucking rights, you know?
Going to go quietly on this. So the police are obviously dotting their I's and crossing their T's.
For sure. And John, something that we've talked about, and I guess it still remains, you know, there are so many questions that remain. And I'm wondering if this notebook that we're learning more about kind of adds to this picture is, how did this guy know that the CEO was going to be where he was going to be when he was? So, is that where the line of thinking is in investigating how we learn more about that? There
are clues. I mean, you know it because you've been by there, but that New York Hilton Hotel takes up, you know, half of a full city block. Yeah. It has doors all the way down 53rd Street and all the way down 54th Street, and a front door and a rear driveway. That's like 20 entrances you would have.
Well, I mean, it's too big. It's big then. It's big. He could have just randomly touched a doorknob. You know what I mean?
To cover to know where is this guy going to enter the hotel. But you would also have to know, what if he is going to enter from this side, because I have learned he's staying at the hotel across the street. How would you know that? He gives us an oblique reference in the 3-page note that we've loosely called the manifesto, where he says, you know, this wasn't that difficult. It was a combination of social engineering and computer-assisted design, an engineer term, CAD, he referred to it as. But I think what he's telling us there on the social engineering side is, this is what people do when they create an email, you know, a spoof email or a phone call saying, you know, I have a delivery, which, you know, where do I bring that, posing as somebody else. He's suggesting that he learned intelligence information on his target by doing that kind of thing. But then when you get out of the note and into the spiral notebook, and he acknowledges this in the note as well. He said, you know, my electronics you're going to find are pretty locked down, but in the spiral notebook you'll see to-do lists and other notes. Some of those notes are theoretical notes about targeting and, what is the just way to commit such a crime. He talks about Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, and how if he modeled after him, a bomb in a shareholders conference could kill, innocent people. Same on the street. But he talks about.
It is pretty crazy that every new information that I've heard about this guy hasn't led me to hate him. You know what I mean? Like, he's clear-eyed. He's like, he has a decent conscience on the matter. He is demure. He's mindful. The media is doing a piss poor job of presenting him as like a bad dude, if that's their goal. Maybe this will. Is it the beer bottle one? Yeah. No, it won't. It makes them look cool as fuck. Innocent people at a shareholder conference? No, there are no. It's an uncontrollable. A bomb is not controllable. Like, there are a lot of unknowns. You can cook it too hard. Like, you're not. Guys, why do you think I talked about the terrorism angle when talking about the exploding walkie-talkies? Because there are people that are going to be in the vicinity of your target that you have no control over. It's an uncontrolled environment. There can be secondary explosions. There can be random workers that are, innocent and just working in the room. Think about what happened with the beepers. So apparently Mangione, who the entire political establishment has been very willing to condemn, showed more restraint than a genocidal government that same establishment has unconditionally given billions of dollars to. Yeah. Shinzo Abe's killer came to the same conclusion. He was using a pipe bomb, but decided that was too risky, so he built the doohickey. Yeah. It's also almost impossible to get a bomb there. I don't think so. I mean, I think that if there's a will, there's a way. You know what I mean? I would have told you that it's impossible to time the fucking CEO's morning walk up to the conference and figure out exactly which door he's going to come out of. But he was able to do that. I'm telling you. I mean, this is wild, but like, he very clearly was like, I don't want to kill like random people. I want some targets.
About, shooting being the more precise way to take on his target. In one line, he says, and what better way to take out the CEO than to shoot him at his own, quote, bean counters conference.
An investor conference is exactly what you could say that is.
Right.
And Steve, what do you think? There's so much that is coming out. I mean, this reporting from John is most significant about the forensic that they're now positively IDing. What questions do you have that remain now, Steve, and where you would say, leaning on your experience with the FBI, where you think this investigation focuses a lot of its energy now?
Well,
we have to remember, just like Shabiba, all these CNN fucks are millionaires, are making six figures yearly. The producers who decide the angle, etc., all are part of the same class. It's not that simple. The shooter himself comes from a very wealthy family. I make more money than the fucking average CNN anchor. There's a difference. They are tasked with undermining the truth. They are tasked with defending the established hierarchy. That's it. Like, she's not a capital owner. She's a wage laborer. Her job is, her job gives her a salaried wage. I think this is more so a matter of like what you're tasked with. Defending capital in the interest of capital, in the interest of corporations, or even just the pre-existing social constructs, and deflecting the attention away from why people are angry is her primary concern. It's not necessarily her her net worth that causes her to feel this way. There are some who operate on that boundary. I think like the likes of Ben Shapiro or whatever. But it's really interesting to think because Bill Burr also rich. You know what I mean? Bill Burr's a rich guy. He gets it. I'm a well-off guy. I get it. I understand it. I think it's more so about being out of touch with the average person. Or rather, not necessarily being out of touch with the average person, but instead defending the preordained, pre-established hierarchies that you are tasked with defending. So your logic, if you're angry, it gives you the right to kill CEOs. Sick take. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. But I think the coverage of this so far from the media has been The people are angry, but we don't understand why, and they shouldn't be angry. And even if they are, well, it's just like a marginal number of people that are angry. It's not actually the broader the larger swaths of society. It's just like random lefties that are yelling. And while I don't think that killing a random healthcare CEO is going to be the solution, or that vigilante justice is good, I don't think that at all. I'm simply more interested in not just looking at this with like, well, murder isn't good. Like, I think that's a simple take. I think the more interesting analysis here is to recognize that that person is responsible for tens of thousands of deaths a year, and he gets paid to do that. And the invisibility of that death that is hidden under the way that our systems are designed is important to recognize. But because this kind of death and this kind of violence, this structural violence, is so pervasive that virtually every single American has at least one bad encounter with a healthcare provider, okay, with a healthcare insurance company, that they don't give a fuck that this guy got killed. And I think that's worthy of examination. Understanding why people are upset is worthy of examination, because we're looking at the singular murder of the CEO, not recognizing that that person, in the eyes of so many Americans, is responsible for the singular murder of their loved one, the pain and torment caused to their loved one, the medical bankruptcy of a loved one, or even themselves. You know, I hope you understand where I'm coming from with this. Instead of taking like the most blanket neurodivergent attitude, like, and being like, Hassan is saying it's fucking awesome. When someone is angry, they should be able to kill the person that has angered them. Do you get it? When my dad was dying in the hospital, his insurance refused to cover food for him. Every day I think about how hungry he must have been as he died. It keeps me up at night. He wasn't the CEO of Walmart. What do you mean? I mean, the CEO of Walmart is also responsible for a shit ton of awfulness, but I want to hear back from that chatter. I want to hear like what their response is to what I'm saying. But I think their goal in this circumstance was to simply vent and talk about how frustrated they are, perhaps because they have an immediate loved one who's an executive at a health insurance company or some shit, or maybe because they just cannot comprehend the argument that I'm making, or refuse to see it and want to make it seem as though I'm saying something that is a straw man, something that is like easier to tackle, maybe bait a clip. I don't think they're a bot. They've been subscribed for months at this point.
You've got a lot of the basic building blocks of this case already being nailed down. What I'd want to do is shore up the areas where you don't have direct knowledge yet, or at least they haven't said they have direct knowledge of the shooter's actions. For instance, you know, before a shareholders conference like this, they're going to be setting up for about a week. They're going to do rehearsals and speeches and stuff. I would want to know where he was. You know, we have cameras and everything on the day of shooting, but I'd like to see cameras around the entrances and find out whether Thompson did the same thing for several mornings, or whether maybe somebody in the hotel actually provided him information. I suspect he went a week early, and I suspect he was doing canvassing and surveillance that entire time.
You know, it's interesting when you talk about that, because that's the backward building of this video canvas. He comes in on the 24th. That's like 10 days before the actual shooting. And where they have tracked him is he comes out of the Port Authority bus terminal and does not go to check into the hostel where he's going to stay. He goes straight with all of his bags to the Hilton Hotel, and he starts doing those walkarounds. But they also have him in a McDonald's, which we now know, I guess, was his preference for hanging out.
I was going to say his preferred stop along the way, for sure. John, thanks for running up and giving us the new reporting. Steve, thank you as always. It's good to see you.
The suspect that is charged in the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, fighting extradition back here to New York. Luigi Mangione appeared in a Pennsylvania courtroom yesterday. You can see him shouting angrily as he entered the building. Law enforcement now focusing on alleged writings by Mangione for clues about a potential motive. We're going to speak to his lawyer in a moment, but first let's go to senior investigative correspondent Aaron Katersky outside the prison there in Pennsylvania with the latest for us. Good morning to you, Aaron.
Good morning, Robin. The 26-year-old suspect is now being held at this prison without bail after fighting extradition.
Can we talk about the difference in his popular reception because he's white? Like if he was black or Latino dude from the hood, it would not be all received with this kind of energy. Obviously, we'll feel the same about him, but it's still low-key frustrating. I don't give a shit. I mean, you're not wrong, but it doesn't matter. You're looking at give horse in the mouth. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a crazy fucking thing to bring up in this situation. That's not leftist. It's like, why did you add from the hood to that? That's what he said, did he not? You think I randomly added from the hood? One must ask the question, why you thought I added that instead of reading it out right? No, don't say you meant him now after you said, oh. How is it crazy? No, he's saying me. It's crazy because the point of this is this is a moment of like weird class transcendence in the way that people are interpreting the situation. And you're being an annoying fucking radlib about it, straight up. Like in a very unique moment where you got like people on the right straight up being like, yeah, no, this is like, I'm not angry about this at all because I've experienced something similar. You go, oh, what if in a hypothetical he was black? Everyone would hate the guy. Yeah, okay, sure. Who gives a fuck? Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like you're right. You're not wrong, but there's no reason to bring this up. It comes across as like wrecker behavior. You know what I mean? You're not making a unique or profound point. And a lot of people were like, oh, he's not like a leftist. Like, I don't give a shit. I'm glad. You know what I mean? Like, y'all are crazy. Who cares? It is virtually the best possible. It is virtually the best possible sequence of events in terms of like broad public reception. That he's a clean cut, up and coming, a kid from a fucking wealthy family, went through a private school, got the best education. Y'all are dumb as shit. Stop fantasizing about like alternative scenarios in your mind to make this seem like somehow it's it's bad that people feel this way or are open and cognizant of their anger. What is this? His ass is getting cooked in his own house. This guy, so many people here think that he has good policy ideas. He's making a complete straw man in order to defend the U.S. insurance system.
Okay. Let me know. You sit at your computer and this is what happens. A thing comes in and it goes, oh, doctor is requesting this, okay? And then they have another screen and it says, here are our standards of care and here's what we provide. And then you look at this, you make sure there are no contraindications for the prescription or the treatment or whatever. And then as long as everything matches, then you click okay, approve, or you see there's a contraindication or there's some other thing that you suggest first, you go, oh, okay, deny. That's how it is. The CEO is not walking up and down the aisles and being like, oh, that motherfucker, deny them. We need to make more money on that.
I oftentimes wonder like who this is for whenever I hear commentary like this, where I just don't understand it. Like, what's the purpose here? Because becoming a hyper specific, ultra autistic process guy in this situation doesn't change the dynamic, doesn't change the reception. It doesn't, like, people still have their claims denied, and the CEO in this situation is just a standalone figure that is signing off on all of those actions. He's at the tippy top. Okay? Like, this person didn't kill him because the CEO directly fucking immediately went into the fucking files and was like, deny that person's like back injury claims. Like, I think this is a part of what a lot of debate lords do, where they just like want to always be right and they want to also always be contrarian. So when there isn't anything that you can grab onto, you just get like ultra specific. It's like, well, the CEO directly is not causing this. It's like, well, no, the CEO is responsible. That's why he gets paid the amount of money he gets paid. And yeah, the CEO signs off on it at the end of the day. He is basically the standalone figurehead for all of the wrong and maybe all of the right that the company is engaging in. The CEO is just as responsible for the deaths as Charles Manson is. He doesn't have to pull the trigger, but that's it. The difference between Charles Manson and the CEO, however, is that the CEO gets money off of making sure the profit margins stay at least 6%. Okay? But the process in which those profit margins get up to 6%, there are a shit ton of denials. Okay? There are a shit ton of denials. And those denials are absolutely, those denials are absolutely causing so much pain, so much suffering. This is before we even factor in to the equation the necessity for privatized healthcare. It does not need to exist. Maybe as an alternative, if you're already at a pretty fat, pretty robust social safety net in the form of some kind of socialized medicine structure, but that's not where we're at. Just because the CEO is not directly engaging in this process doesn't change that reality. What is this? What is this? I mean, Destiny is right. How can you speak on the insurance industry if you've never had someone who worked in the industry? Don't speak on it. You're right. My apologies. I had no idea how the insurance structure worked. You're right. I have to literally be someone who works in the insurance industry. It seems to me like you are someone who works in the insurance industry. And although you are a low-ranking employee, you somehow feel the pain of this CEO. I don't understand what the fuck's going on there. I am not a part of the Israeli occupying force, nor have I ever been a part of any sort of military structure, but I think I can offer decent analysis on all of the war crimes that the Israeli government is engaging in. I am not a chicken, but I know how to make a fucking scrambled egg. This is not a decent counter argument, chatter. This is yet another major issue that I have with debate lords, where they're just like bad. They're bad at arguing, but they think they're good at arguing because they think that they can LARP like the person that they're watching. It's very strange. That is the dumbest fucking comment you can make. You're not talking to me, you're talking to him, right? It is a crazy thing to say that, like, well, you don't work in the insurance industry, so you have no idea how this stuff works. You could turn around and tell me what is wrong about my analysis, but just simply hitting it with this blanket statement might make you feel like you have made an intelligent point of contention, but it's not. It's very stupid. It is directly at odds with what I do as a political commentator. Insurance is just a collateralization of risk. Profit should not be a part of it at all. It kind of seems like what you're telling me is we should socialize it, like a singular pool. Also, the irony here is this conversation. Like, the irony here is you think I have never talked to someone who works in the insurance industry when perhaps one of the people that DM me the most frequently is Warren Gunnels. Like, literally nonstop. Warren Gunnels is the Majority Staff Director for Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions Committee Chairman for Senator Bernie Sanders. Warren Gunnels, in his past at least, was an insurance executive. Like, literally. Perhaps the person who DMs me the most frequently. You shouldn't speak on matters regarding trust busting because you're not the chair of the FTC. Yeah. I don't know why this person has not responded. So many people. What is this? I found this channel yesterday, dude. People are insane. Hassan Hayward. Bro, this has 13 subscribers. Why are you fucking showing me this shit? Like, Jesus Christ. Yes, dude, I have fucking rabid and entirely psychotic fucking hate watchers. I know. Some of them you can hear in the broadcast right now. They come in and they chime in and they chirp. What is this? Balls in your court, Hasanabi. I'm so down. Oh, hell yeah. I'm down as fuck. This misinformation machine. Anyway, let's continue with this take.
Like, today, guys, lottery day. If the person that you're approving or denying care for, if their name starts with the letter D, we deny today because D for denial. Fuck them. Making more money today. Or, guys, it's December. You want your Christmas bonuses? Highest denial server or highest denial worker gets a bonus for $40,000 on your paycheck. Like, this doesn't happen. The parts of these systems and the employees that work on.
Dude, they literally use AI. They use the AI with a 90% failure rate specifically to increase the amount of denials that they were engaging in. And they don't have to do it directly. Yes, it is an indirect form of violence. It's just such a weird thing to shadow box against because I don't think most people are making this argument. You're either voluntarily misunderstanding the argument that people are making, or you are deliberately making up a different argument that you think is at least weak enough. It's not one that like any real person believes. And it also does not change the reality on the side of the victims. It's a very strange way to operate. But I guess it's ironic because Destiny and his weirdo fans will always say Hassan is too scared of debate, okay? He's too scared of debate. He's too afraid, even though I debate plenty. And then they'll follow up and say, no, he only talks to like dumbasses. Dumbasses in his chat, which is ironic because he's calling his own fan base dumbasses because most of those people that fucking chirp at me are usually coming from his fan base. But having said that, at least I'm like responding to a real person in my fucking chat. He's just making this concept up, or rather responding to, like, again, someone that he saw on Twitter, like a point that they made that he didn't fully understand. The real purpose here, in my opinion, the real purpose here is to try to address what the actual pressure point is. Okay? It also is pretty crazy. Yeah, the only reason they have to use AI is because they cannot legally instruct humans to deny at the rate they wish to, so they could blame the over-eager AI denials as kinks in the process. Yes, it's plausible deniability. That's all this is. And it's ironic because the other institution that he defends vociferously, Israel, also utilizes a similar structure in the form of lavender AI targeting systems, according to Israeli investigative reporters over at Local Call and 972 magazine. The lavender AI targeting system operates in an identical capacity. Most of the AI that is utilized in this day and age is not to actually be correct. It's actually utilized in instances where you can be incorrect. And it's good to be incorrect. Lavender AI targeting systems that create new targets at a rate that is far higher than normal human processing is done deliberately. It's done deliberately because Israel does not care about killing random civilians. This way, they also get an additional way to say, look, we didn't choose to do this. I guess we got it a little wrong. Oopsie.
Are so disconnected from the actual CEOs themselves. The idea that there's like some guy just like, oh, deny, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just not how these jobs work.
Who's saying that? I mean, I'm sure there's people that don't fully grasp it, but many people are using the CEO as a placeholder for the awfulness that they've experienced from the insurance industry. And I think the reality of the matter is, yes, the CEO is signing off on all of the fucking awful shit that the company is doing. That's why they get paid $10 million a year. This CEO did at least. I wonder what compels someone like Destiny to be so aggressively a status quo defender. I genuinely don't understand it. There was a point in time when he wasn't rich. You know what I mean? It's not like he's super far removed from being fucking broke. He has no values or morals or ethics. He goes with a win. Yeah, no. Desperation to be the adult in the room and unwavering belief in institutions / hierarchies. I know, but like, this isn't an adult-like attitude to have. This is actually an idealistic attitude to have. I'll explain. The American healthcare structure, the American for-profit healthcare structure is like fundamentally busted, okay? It's the most expensive and it has some of the shittiest outcomes. It is not a system that needs to exist at all, but even in comparable countries where there are some at least like gap covering private healthcare providers, they're still heavily regulated. They're far cheaper overall. It's a shitty mediator that does not need to exist, especially in the United States of America. It would be far cheaper to the American public if we had abolished it in its entirety. And if you work in the private healthcare system and you're like, well, Hassan, I'm going to lose my job. First of all, that's not even the case. Unless you are quite literally a CEO, you are most likely not in a replaceable position. You are ironically doing something that the government is still going to have to do, depending on whichever way we change the healthcare structure to be more ethical, or rather, I'll use a term that people care about, efficient. CEOs are replaceable too. Yes, they are. Trust me, I know. I'm just saying that, like, CEOs in that situation would most likely not exist, whereas the paper pushers still would. Someone still needs to process claims. Someone still needs to file paperwork. So your job, regardless of the private or public structure, would most likely still exist, or at least some form of your job would still exist. The CEO's job, on the other hand, would not. Like, as someone who has direct personal connections to someone who's an exec in the industry, he's so objectively wrong, it's insane. Yeah, I know. It's just, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand why this is something that he chose to argue on. He's so pressed on defending the insurance system in the U.S. What does he gain out of this from defending it so hard when the majority of people in the U.S. hate the insurance system? He has nothing to gain from defending it at all. I have no clue. My guess is he likes being a contrarian. He also has some pretty terrible takes on Palestine lately. Probably. He and his community just like the debate. If Hassan was making this exact point, you can bet his fans will be on the other side. I like that random people know that, like, he just takes the contrarian position to whatever the fuck my opinion is. Like, I don't think that's the case. I don't fully understand what the ambitions are here, what the motivations are here. I don't think I'll ever understand it. It is a very strange way to operate. He's violently afraid of being wrong, so he's trying to stay safe. That's really interesting. If he was violently afraid of being wrong, he should probably agree with me a lot more, because lo and behold, you might not agree with this, but I feel like I'm vindicated quite frequently. It takes time, but it always happens at the end. But yeah, he is just wrong in general. It's just how you make money. This is how private healthcare works. They make money by doing everything in their physical power to make sure you don't get the proper coverage. Anyway, I've seen his fan claim he earned millions a month on Twitch only. That she made me laugh. Yeah, they also claim that my dad is a billionaire because they saw some AI articles. That, like I said, being pro-Israel after October 7, once again, you're just going to always have to hold that permanent L. You might, over time, try to restructure your opinion, but you're holding that permanent fucking L. And that's not the only, that's not the only L that Destiny has held. I mean, he's held other things too. Potentially the hand of a Nazi and maybe some other stuff from a neo-Nazi, but I don't know. Something that I always try to explain. You mean they made AI articles? Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, it's so stupid. You want to know why it's stupid? Because if my dad was a fucking billionaire, like those AI articles suggest he is, he would literally be on every fucking list. He'd be the second, third, fourth wealthiest person in the fucking country, in Turkey. Okay? He would be on lists. And it's really interesting that no one even exercises a little bit of critical thinking because they're so invested. Here's the meta-analysis. Here's the meta-conversation, okay? When you get very passionate, and we do this in this stream as well, I urge you sometimes, when something seems so perfect, when something sounds so good, my immediate reaction to it is like, I'm going to exercise caution. Certain things are too good to be true. Socialist with a billionaire father. Sounds like something that might be too good to be true. Now, I am my own person. So regardless of my father's opinions, beliefs, or financial status, that still wouldn't really matter in this conversation, but at least it would matter for the memes, right? And what these people should do is maybe engage in a little bit of critical thinking, but they can't because they're so excited. They're so excited and so invested, right? That they don't realize that this causes many people to lose sight of that muscle that you normally are supposed to exercise, the critical thinking muscle. That's the problem, okay? So these people who are very invested, in like finding the truth, and the best possible way to find the truth is through spirited debate, like they end up shutting off certain parts of their minds that under normal circumstances would cause them to be a little bit more critical with certain narratives that sound too good to be true, okay? That's it. This is something that I talked with Ta-Nehisi Coates about yesterday. The topic was in regards to Israel, but like, there's only so much that you can be wrong on until you just are wrong all the time and you are no longer interested in the truth whatsoever, and you find yourself seeking out conspiracies further and further, okay? And you become like a QAnon supporter, basically. Or after the fourth time, you're like, okay, instead of spiraling out of control and seeping further and further into madness, I should exercise a little bit of caution and really reconsider some of my first principles, some of my immediate lapses of judgment. That is the problem. And I think a lot of the debate space in general is so hyper focused on being right and or at least like appearing right and defeating and humiliating your interlocutors in the marketplace of ideas that you just have no interest in finding out the truth at all. And slowly but surely, slowly but surely, you go further and further into trafficking in falsehoods. Because as long as your in-group is repeating those falsehoods, then it might as well be correct. After all, everyone around me thinks it's correct, you know? Kind of how very postmodern of you, kind of like how you said you would end up eventually right in the end. I thought facts didn't matter as much as stories. Yes, I'm talking about the dangers of this. Do you just hear me say, unfortunately, narrative trumps the truth? Unfortunately, narrative is more important than the facts. And you think, oh, he believes this? Instead of hearing the things that come after that, which is, this is me telling you to exercise caution. Sometimes I think people are too stupid to have a conversation with. This person, I believe, is one of those people. People go into, it's really, really interesting that people go into the debate space because they want to repeat what they think are intellectually sound arguments. Everyone wants to be smart. People in this community do it. I do it as well, okay? Everyone wants to be smart. Everyone knows that maybe they're not that smart, but at least they want to appear smart, okay? Now, I recognize I'm a dumbass, and I repeat it. I repeat that fact all the time. People in this community do it. People in Destiny's community do it. Everyone does it. People that read New York Times articles do it as well. Everybody does it. But the problem is when people are so predisposed with appearing smart and repeating a person's takes that has consistently been wrong, they don't realize that, you know, they're not coming across as intelligent at all. Maybe rhetorically you can bully your interlocutor in that moment, okay? But you're still wrong. You're just confidently and loudly and proudly wrong. That's it. The difference is I think I'm at least smart enough to understand that I don't know everything.
And shouting those fighting words that officials now fear could be considered a call to action. An outburst.
When I entered my appearance, and for the record, he's pleading not guilty to those. And I've seen zero evidence at this point.
The judge denied bail. Mangione kept quiet as he left court, head down. He's a threat to no one, but this morning the NYPD is alarmed by these posters outside the New York Stock Exchange.
Chatter in here offline got mad at me for saying all you're doing is picking and sucking a chicken out of your teeth, and then talked about you having an abscess in your nerves or something, and said out of nowhere how I don't think ticks are valid. Wait, what? What an abscess in my nerves? What?
Exchange and social media posts suggesting Mangione is a martyr.
We do a lot of work in the online space. As part of that,
yeah, they're blurring the face of the CEOs. I don't know why.
We'll surge resources, protective resources around the city wherever we need to when we're anticipating and dealing with a big uptick in threats.
In a confidential assessment obtained by ABC News, the NYPD says Mangione considered Thompson's murder a symbolic takedown of United Healthcare over perceived corruption, adding the suspect likely views himself as a hero of sorts who has finally decided to act upon such injustices. A copy of the suspect's alleged writings said United Healthcare was among corporations that have simply gotten too powerful, and these parasites simply had it coming. Mangione also referenced a spiral notebook that sources tell ABC News contained writings about the Unabomber, but how Mangione thought explosives could kill innocent people. The writings were found, police say, when Mangione was arrested at this McDonald's, seen eating a hash brown moments before.
Why is there a photo like this available? Like, is this a camera? Is this CCTV? I assume it has to be, right? Like, how did they snap this pic? Oh, it's a body cam? Wait, so cops walked up while he was in the middle of eating his hash brown? That's crazy. Motherfucker was still eating a hash brown while the cops walked up?
My one friend made the comment. He thought it was, he goes, don't.
I feel like it's probably CCTV though.
Don't that look like the shooter from New York?
An employee called police.
The worker that took his order, she said his eyes and his eyebrows. She just thought it was him.
Police say the gun Mangione had looks very similar to the gun used in the murder, capable of firing 9mm rounds and made at least in part with a 3D printer. Earlier, the suspect tried checking into this Altoona motel, but no room was available.
There was somebody that checked in, and the officer goes, "Did he have a mask on? Did he ever take a mask off?" I was like, "Comes back, no, he never did take the mask off." He says, "I'll be down there in 5 minutes to talk to you." We pulled it up on surveillance and sure as stuff, they go, "Yeah, that's him."
Mangione had been out of touch with his family for months. In November, sources tell ABC News his mother filed a missing persons report in San Francisco. The sources say investigators in Pennsylvania have started interviewing his relatives, perhaps asking about internet posts in which Mangione wrote about back pain, brain fog, and sciatica. Mangione at one point writing, "It's absolutely brutal to have such a life-halting issue." His former roommate in Hawaii said Mangione struggled with a back injury.
Unfortunately, he did let me know that the severity of his back issue was such that it was very difficult to have physical relationships with women, that it made things painful.
Mangione's case has become a cause, with admirers posting videos like this on Instagram. His X page gaining 300,000 new followers.
The person that I knew 8 years ago and the person that he allegedly has become today could not be more different.
A former classmate left stunned.
I've still been in a little state of disbelief that this kid that I knew from high school 8 years ago is now the most high-profile killer, allegedly, in the country. I would never have had anything bad to say about him.
Since some of Mangione's
By the way,
internet
I'm gonna
posts
do this.
reference dealing with a debilitating...
I'm gonna do the Terry Yummy collab, chat. I'm gonna do it. That'll be fun. There'll be some fun content. Did this person respond to my takes? He's right. Most fucking insurance companies work to reduce their denial rate. Damn. Well, the United one didn't work that hard, it seems, considering that their denial rate was, what, 32%? And was the highest one out of all of them. So why is it that they have a denial rate to begin with then? Like, why would they, what motivates an insurance company to reduce their denial rate? Market competition, is that what you're going to say? Eagles fan and a gamer, I pray you've bitten off too much this time. Yeah. Hassan, you don't understand. The multi-billion-dollar company that works with $500 billion in revenue, that generates $500 billion in revenue, that has a 6% profit margin, which amounts to around $33 billion. That company actually doesn't want to make that. It's just forced to make that $33 billion in pure profit. You don't understand. United Health CEO faces backlash after leak video defense stopping unnecessary care. Unnecessary care. Dude, people are using too much healthcare in this country. Okay? Too much. Too much of everything is bad. Including too much of anything is bad, you know? Including too much healthcare. You don't understand. Like chemotherapy. United CEO Andrew Whitty just sent a memo to staff, leaked to me, hailing late CEO as one of the good guys who had a profoundly positive impact on the lives of so many people. Whitty adds, he was certainly one of the smartest guys. I think he was one of the best guys. Staff are frustrated with how tone deaf the response has been. Too much healthcare is irresponsible. Too much profits, on the other hand, not irresponsible. Yeah, also, under Brian Thompson's reign, the denial rate went up. I don't know if these are the correct numbers, but I'm pretty sure they went up. So, unforeseen healthcare bills and coverage denials by health insurance in the United States by the Commonwealth Fund show that some doctors are incentivized to deny care using a click and close policy, which promotes bonuses based on the quantity of cases reviewed and hence incentivizes speedy reviews. I mean, the automated AI process in this should tell you everything you need to know. Please, I work in the field. Look at my messages. There are built-in rejections that they simply hope revenue teams don't catch and then resend. They usually get paid the second time around in my experience. I work in government healthcare and we've seen firsthand how claims will be denied even when there was nothing wrong with them. We'd send them back and suddenly they'd be fixed. The system relies on the assumption that most companies won't double check. So they just pass the cost on to the patient. They get away with it by claiming they reevaluated the claim. In reality, they're incentivized to deny claims. Yeah. I mean, so many aspects of this. So many aspects of this is just like, is willingly making this process as complicated as possible and creating unnecessary hurdles that must not exist with the hopes that people don't actually turn around and fix it. And then they're left with the cost. They're left footing the bill. And for the record, you can still turn a profit without these fucking silly moves, you know? That's the worst part about this process, is that, like, yes, profit margins do have a tendency to, or profit rates do have a tendency to decline. But having said that, you could still manage like some level of profit even under a capitalist structure. The issue is it's never enough. You have to consistently up the ante. You have to consistently churn out more and more profit. And that's precisely why there are so many, like millions of different ways in which these companies make everything shittier. The problem is twofold. On the victim side, on the recipient side, when it's more difficult, you end up sometimes just refusing to take the care on at all, knowing full well that you will get denied, and then you fucking die. You just decide to take the L. Some people decide to kill themselves. Others take the coverage and then are saddled with lifelong medical debt when the denial comes in. There are a million different stories like this. This is precisely the reason why there is so much anger towards both the systems and also the CEOs. Because the second part of the story is when you add these unnecessary hurdles that are specifically designed to improve profit margins for your shareholders, you get rewarded for it as the CEO. So the notion that the CEO is actually not responsible for this is idiotic because they're getting paid for it. They're directly being paid for it. They're being paid to hire the exact right guys that find new and creative ways of making this process more costly to the consumer. And what's really interesting about it is that if you yourself are not a healthcare CEO or a healthcare executive or someone who has like a tremendous amount of stocks, you know, if you're like a board of trustees guy for a fucking big healthcare industry company, why the fuck? Like, you're infinitely more likely to be fucked over by the healthcare system. Why would you ever defend this? It makes no sense.
Damn, this guy's good.